Hi. I'm not seeing anyone in chat yet, but it's time, so we start the letter today. It's been a little bit. I had to skip it. Did I have to skip it last week? Oh gosh, my memory has been all off today, so I'm actually gonna have to check. I do not trust my memory. I forgot I was supposed to reschedule my kiss off stream to tomorrow, but I only realized it today. So that was, you know, I'm being a bit silly. It's okay. Let me see. Did I? Yes, I didn't stream it last week. Okay, I'm not going crazy. I swear. I know what I'm doing. I'm so super professional. Anyways, let's just start with it. I don't really have anything to yap about today. At least I don't think I did. I ate some fruit today. That's literally the most interesting thing I have to say. Me eating fruit because I had a dream about eating fruit, and I was like, damn, maybe I'm vitamin C deprived. So you know, oh well. We ball. We're just gonna start. Actually, let me readjust the audio. I don't think I put the audio. I mean, I don't want y'all to get jump scared of your chair, so I'm gonna put it a little bit lower. There we go. Hopefully much better. I do not remember. Actually, no, I do remember. We were doing weird stuff with Rebecca, and I got very angry about it. Right, it's the day where Isabella was like staying with Zachary. I'll get answers from her later. For now, my concerns are best left here. The rest of the day slips away in a blur. Despite my best efforts in keeping this morning's events from surfacing in my mind, it sticks. In a way, everything today simply feels like a reminder. Every conversation, regardless of how casual, every topic, no matter how mundane it seems. I blame the news entirely for this. Recent happenings brought quite a few interesting stories to everyone's attention, with superstitious talk of death. It actually feels kinda wrong not to have Mavis here today, but I know she's been busy. But I know she usually watches this game in particular. And when locals talk about death here, anyone can sure as hell count on someone bringing up that mention Isabella sold on a few weeks ago. Even my own students won't stop yapping about it. I think it's even worse than when it was put back up on the market. Now there are more stories. If this is the world reminding me of what matters, or simply because the atmosphere around this time of the year calls for it, I'd rather take the latter. At least then, I can be sure people will forget about it in favor of another set of holidays after. Nevertheless, and this may be a painful thing to admit, but listening to them is a pleasant distraction while waiting for Ashton's call. Oh hi Kirky, hello. I hope he didn't forget, the school's day is about to end soon.
No, that's got nothing with what I heard.
What is this voice acting?
No, that's got nothing with what I heard.
Why does it sound like the same voice actor as the freaking bartender guy? Which is normally like a very deep, rough, like old man voice, trying to do a young voice. Like, it sounds so off.
No, that's got nothing with what I heard.
That's so silly.
You always hear stuff. I'm not sure if half of them's even real.
Oh, half of them is being generous.
No, really. Rowan knows about it. He used to be in the same class with them.
With them? Like what kind of, how many packs of cigarettes is this kid smoking? Yeah, just one more sticky. Anyways, Rowan is the stupid brother of the haunted, evil friends with the ghost kid.
I can hear you from back here, you know.
Whatever, Rowan. Anyway, the story goes like this. There were 3 of them. They entered the mansion on a dare, and they were all never seen again. No one knows what happened to them. up to this day.
If your voice sounds like this, I'm so sorry for mocking you. But this does not sound like a teenager, I'm sorry.
Scary shit, man.
Oh, we're off to a great start. Hi Nixus, how's the stream going? Well, I just started, like, literally, what, not even 10 minutes ago? Already. So, it's already very, very silly. Huh, why are you saying huh? It's just... the way this kid talks is cracking me up. You can't hear the game, right? I think I turned on the audio for it. I will check. Yeah, you should be able to hear it. What's the plan for stream? I'm streaming this horror drama game.
Cock and bull story. Calling it now.
A what story? This British slang has got to stop. A what story? You know what? I'm just gonna stop laughing. It's too early in the stream for this silliness.
No, you don't get it. Why don't you ask Miss Gales then? Better yet, why don't you go inside the place?
Oh,
I'm
what
betting my
story? I
allowance you
know,
can't
right?
do
I'm
it.
so confused. Their talk immediately halts when I look up, all of them suddenly pretending to be engrossed in their current activity. Still, a word to put a stopper to this nonsense is needed. Creativity and imagination fostered by these stories is one thing, but reckless ideas should be corrected before anything potentially tragic comes from it.
Back to your worksheets, everyone. And I don't want to hear any talk of dares or going inside that mansion. It's private property now. You'd all better stay away from it before...
At the noise, the whole lot of them go silent. You can almost hear a pin drop. The look on their faces would have made for a funny picture, but that's irrelevant at the moment. I am putting my hands back on the keyboard. What's my main game that I stream? I mean, I don't really have a main game. I just switch them out. I do like different games on different days of the week. And this happens to be my Friday game. I'm putting my hands back on the keyboard. I'm feeling a jump scare upcoming. If that is a student loitering around, someone's going to be in trouble.
I'll be back. If you're done, you can leave your worksheets on
Actually,
my desk.
like, I'm reacting to it. What's my favorite game? I mean, out of the ones I streamed, I mean, oh, that's difficult. I mean, I quite like Zero Escape, but I'm not streaming that one anymore because I finished it and I'm taking a break before moving on to the next game. I also quite like Rain World. I guess out of the ones I'm currently playing, Rain World is my favorite. Your favorite game is Hollow Knight? I have played it. I haven't completed it, but I've played like the first bit of it. I should probably get into it on my stream again. But yeah, I'm purely reacting scared because this is a ghost horror game. But if this was like any other type of game, I'd just be yeah, that's normal. That's just people banging on the door. They did it in my school too. Kids are annoying.
Keep the noise to a minimum while I'm gone, okay?
I can sense their eyes on me as I walk out the door. I'm in with kind of anticipation. A bit unnerving, but it's far more agreeable than the feeling of being watched I've been enduring these past few days. Class is still in session for most of the rooms. In a few hours, once the final bell rings, however, this place will once again be filled with busy chatter and footfalls, an everyday cycle in itself. But for the moment, I let the silence guide me, my ears focusing on whatever sounds there are or there will be, searching for the distinct clang of metal. You look like a new streamer. How long have you been streaming? I mean, I've been streaming for a couple months now, so not that short, but yeah, I get that I do look like a new streamer. I don't have my Twitch customized or anything. A good minute passes, and for the portion of it, only my steps echo through the halls. And another. I'm about to turn around when... Jump scare? The sound of it halts my footsteps. It's a little muffled and infrequent, but it grows louder after each interval. But the hallway, the full of people, if I don't put a stop to it soon, it'll disturb the other classes still going on. Looking for it doesn't take long. All I do is follow the racket, and shortly I'm standing in front of a nondescript row of unoccupied lockers. The fact that they are panning to it, like, with an extra image means they are 100% going to make this a jump scare. Like, they wouldn't bother. You're an artist? Oh, okay, yeah, I figured from the fact that you were asking the generic questions that you were going to advertise. Gregi, can you go over to Twitch and take care of this? Like, I've been streaming to Twitch, dual streaming to Twitch long enough now that I realize when they all ask the same questions. Y'all advertisers, you ask the same exact freaking questions every time. It's always, hi, I like answer generic thing in my streams that may or may not even be in my streams. And then, what's your favorite game? How long have you been streaming? Yeah, and then they come in with the, yeah, I'm an artist. It's true. I was true not even denying it. It's all the same fucking generic questions. I get some creativity, buddy. Get some creativity. That's actually, I would just say don't advertise in general, just don't. But like, if you're gonna advertise, at least get creative with it, because it's so generic. Mitcha, thank you, Kirky. From inside one of them, sitting in the middle, comes the noise, annoyingly disruptive now that I'm facing it. And you expected a jump scare that's about to happen. Like someone's pounding on the metal door from the inside, hoping to get out. Leaning forward, I try to get a glimpse through the horizontal slats of whatever is causing it. But in this light, only darkness greets me and another round of clanging. Louder than the previous one. More desperate. I've heard stories before, from other schools, from a few colleagues who had to deal with it once or twice. It's all the same pattern, so tiring. Yeah, I'm really getting sick of it. Like, at the start, I was like, way more polite with it, but now I'm just so tired of it. I think, honestly, I have a theory. I have a theory that it's because I look like such a new streamer without a customized profile and with a PNG and whatever, that's why they target me so much. Because I heard from Gyro. Gyro said he wasn't being bothered by them anymore, but I think that might be because Gyro's profile by now is like, he has an actual 3D model, his profile is customized. Like, I think the reason why I specifically am being targeted so much might be because I look so new. Like, you get what I mean? I think I might accidentally be making myself a target with that. But I don't know how to customize all this stuff, and I really don't really care about Twitch. So it's just, we're gonna have to deal with it for now. That or they just target smaller streamers? I mean, yes, but like, Gyro is not that much bigger than me. I mean, yes, like, he is bigger than me on Twitch, but he's still, I think, under 100 followers. So that would not be a reason why Gyro would not be having a problem with them anymore. But his profile does look more professional than mine, which might be why. Because they obviously want people that still have to do commissions. Like, if someone already has everything they need, they're not gonna commission anyone. But if someone is like just starting out and still needs to get their stuff, then that makes for a good target. You only had it happen to you once? Damn, lucky. Anyways, I've heard stories before from other schools, from a few colleagues who had to deal with it once or twice. Although personally, I've never encountered one myself, and I can only thank the heavens I haven't yet. But also, hi, hi, hydrogen. Trouble scare.
If this is another kid some other student stuffed in a locker.
No one actually does that in real life. I mean, maybe they do. I didn't go to a school with big enough lockers to stuff people in them, but that's so cliche. Do you think the Watcher would like this game? No, I think the Watcher is a little bit too much of a poopy coward. Like, the Watcher seems like the kind of creature that would get startled easily, and this is a game filled with ghosts and jump scares, so that's probably not the best combination. With a huff, I straighten up and study it briefly with a frown. Without delay, I reach for its handle and... at once it stops. I didn't know, I've never heard of this game. Okay then, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised you haven't heard of this game. This is a pretty obscure one. But it's fun. It's filled with like weird drama, very hateable characters, and yeah, as I said, jump scares. It's a good chill game. It's not a very high game. There's not a much of gameplay, only like a couple quick times and stuff. But it's like a good chill game, even though it's scary. My school lockers were super small, so no one had a chance of stuffing one another in them. Unless they were the size of a handbag, yeah, same. At once it stops, immediately replaced by the muffled sound of a mobile phone ringing. I give the door a few raps before taking my attention away. A second. Another. When nothing or no one responds, I finally avert my eyes and pull out my mobile. Oh, thank you, Ash, for saving me from the jump scare. I really thought they were gonna do a classic jump scare there. Ashton's voice scares me on the other end of the line, oddly cheerful in this light of morning matters. In light of this morning's manners. Or maybe because I'm just expecting some grave or serious news from him. Why was she rapping on the door? Top 10 rappers Eminem was too afraid to diss. If you think, trust me, this game has some of the most weird words in it. Like, I have learned more complicated vocabulary from this game than from all my other games combined. They use so many, not even difficult words, but also a very specific British slang. Like, what did they say earlier? Let me see. What the frick is a cock and bull story? Like, huh? I also... Why? No, they didn't say cock and ball. They said cock and bull. Don't lie, Kiki. But yeah, this game is very British and weird. Even though it's not made by a British person, I'm pretty sure these developers are like white. I don't want to assume, but I'm pretty sure they're not from Europe. So I don't know why they made it so British. Instead, I get this.
Hey, Becca.
Well, you sound happy.
I do? My voice still sounds the same to me.
You're the same e-boy as always. There are only two things I know that could be the reason of that tone. Sweet, sorry he's got a good lead in this case. From the sound of it, I'm going to assume it's the former, since lately, that case is all that's running inside his head. If there's ever a third one, I've never heard of it, yet. It can only be one of the two.
Ignore that. How's Isabella?
Drove her home a few minutes ago. I think she's sleeping now. Sorry this took a while. Z-Man gave us the puppy eyes after we tried to leave. Had some food prepared for us, apparently. We didn't have the heart to say no.
As you should. How dare you say no to Zachary?
That's all right. Is she okay now?
I'm not really sure. She didn't say anything to Zach, but she mentioned a
Also,
plan
hi,
to
Gara.
take a few days off from work.
Why are you just saying E now? I made an E joke once and immediately it's become a whole bit. I would be surprised if the devs are just average shit posters. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, they definitely take this game seriously. They're trying to make it like actually book-like in its writing, so it's not like Kiss Off, which is a straight up Tumblr language. But I don't know. You like Eno Rainbow's reference? No, we were if only, but no, it's just a stupid 2016 meme reference.
It was a passing comment before I left her, so I didn't get to ask.
Must be because of Rose's death.
Could be. It doesn't seem like it from Zach's story, though. He said said she was shaking when she got there.
You could say the same thing for other game devs. I mean, fair enough.
Shaking?
The word triggers a memory. From 3 days ago, on the way home from her little treat after she sold the mansion. I didn't think much of it at the time, but I won't lie, it scared me. The terrified look on her face, how she sounded when she suddenly screamed.
Becca? Still there?
Yeah, I just remembered something. Sorry, don't mind me.
Look, if you can talk to her, get the story out of her. That would be great. She wouldn't talk to Zach or me even when I tried. Maybe she'll speak up if it's you?
Ashton. Ashhole buddy. They have a terrible relationship. Literally the whole reason I crashed out last time I played this game is because Becca has zero patience for Isabella. She does not let her speak about anything. She is so done with her if she opens her mouth even once. Even though they're supposed to be friends. Like, this is never gonna work. I like the background in this scene. It's sunny and golden and cozy and soft. Yeah, I do like the art in this game. More so the backgrounds than the characters, to be honest. The character models are a little funky sometimes. But it does look very nice and peaceful, which only makes the horrors more horrific.
I'll give it a go, but I can't promise anything, okay? You know how stubborn she can get.
Don't call her stubborn. This is not her being stubborn. You just suck, Rebecca. I'm so sorry, but it's true.
But thanks for letting me know about this. If you want, I can get you that ice cream thing you mentioned tonight. As thanks.
But Baka?
Just as thanks for all the trouble I've caused today.
Believe me, I'd love to take you up on that offer, but I've got something on my schedule this evening. Maybe some other time?
Who the fuck says SCHED as a short for schedule? Am I weird for that? Or have I just never heard someone shorten schedule to SCHED?
Thanks a lot, Becca.
There's a short pause before he cuts the call from his end, and once again I'm alone with my thoughts. But rather than answers, all I got is questions. More of them, one on top of the other, as if the world isn't planning to give me a break anytime soon. But that's a problem I'll tackle later. Right now, I've got students who need to be taught follies of eavesdropping if the slightly open door and their smothered laughter from inside is an indication. Could you imagine being in high school and overhearing your teacher act like a freaking tsundere on the phone? That would be so... I cannot even imagine, because all my teachers were like, I don't know, pretty stern, and like if they were, I don't know, being weirdly flirty with the other teachers or something, they were gonna be ballsy about it. They weren't like blushing like a schoolgirl. Like that's so I can't even imagine that. Imagine overhearing that from your teacher. I mean, I know teachers are like normal people, but you know. But if instead of students, it was the passions of eavesdropping they had to watch. Honestly, I feel like the watcher, outside of the scary parts, I feel like the watcher would be watching this all with popcorn. Like, it is a very dramatic, like, soap opera type of game when it's not being scary. So I could see that. Definitely need some popcorn. You know, some popcorn plans to go.
All right, enough eavesdropping. All of you, back to your seats.
Is that your boyfriend, Miss Scales?
None of your business.
He totally is.
This voice acting for these students, I can't. A quick scuffle follows that comment. I see the vision, heck yeah. If there's a retort prepared at the tip of my tongue, I drop every presence of letting it loose on them. There's no use arguing teenagers sometimes, boisters as they are. They're still my kids though. Rough around the edges maybe, but still my kids. Oh boy. Shaking my head, I head back to the classroom with a smile, but not before taking a glance at the locker again. Jump scare? Is this gonna happen now? There's no way they're not gonna make it a jump scare when they made a whole image for it. It hasn't made a sound since.
Must be the wind.
Must be the wind. Sure, Rebecca. So without another look, I leave it alone. That's such a bad jump scare. I hate that that actually scared me. I hate that I jumped in my seat when it's this lame. It's not even realistic blood. It's literally just red stripes. Like, why did they cut off here? You can see my cursor, right? Yes, you can see my cursor. Why did they cut off at the bottom? It's not even well drawn. That's such a cheap jump scare. That makes me so mad. Oh no, the entire school day ends without a hitch. The cutoff, I can't. How do you mess it up of all things? I don't know, this game is a little wonky. It's okay. It happens. It happens. It could have gone better, mind you, but with the exams nearing, getting out of work before the sun has set looks as though it's far off dreams for now. At least until they're over, then we have the holidays to look forward to. There really are times when you simply take what you can get for the time being.
Nothing wrong with that.
All I'm hoping for is this will continue until the whole day ends. There's still that promise I made to Ashton. Frankly, the idea alone doesn't sound good. If Isabella didn't talk to them, what makes them think she'd talk to me? It's not like there's a hierarchy, is there? Just because I can handle Isabella's childish tendencies doesn't mean I can do it all the time. Oh great, we're back into this territory. We're back into me getting angry over her insulting Isabella territory.
Really, those two give me too much credit.
Nevertheless, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, if only because I'm worried about her, and both Zachary and Ashton deem it important that somebody gets the story out of her. Also, hi Garo, why are you in my Twitch now? Here's to hoping it got nothing to do with the letter, again. I understand if she feels a bit stressed lately, but keeping that story going on for more than a week is... it's bound to get tiring at some point. Seriously, I merely don't want this to end in another argument. God willing, the cafe's specialist will... God willing, the cafe's special will help smoothen things out. I am everywhere, I'm still space engineering. So I'm half lyric, alright. Have good luck, space engineering. After all, it's always been food with her. Or money. But mostly food. I guess you could say she was watching the locker. Okay, hydrogen, okay. At this hour, the cafe is usually filled to the brim with people. That's the reason Isabella and I rarely ever go here during the evenings. It's simply too much of a hassle when we can prepare food ourselves in the comfort of our homes, and there really isn't much reason to eat out lately. I'm gonna pour myself some tea. I'm stuttering a little bit and I don't know why. Sometimes it just be like that. What with life going on a busy streak? No time for long lines, better spent that doing something productive, yes?
Lucky there isn't one tonight.
Only a few people are idling around the counter. 4 of them, in fact, a woman in their 60s and a teenager busy with his phone, while they're just waiting to be served their orders. What the fuck is this combination of characters? You know what? I'm about to say something very diabolical, so I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say. But, you know what? Luke is a rich white man who is racist and I don't know, just terrible in general. He might as well be on the freaking Epstein list. Like, him being with a child, which is very weird and suspicious. I can't even say I'm surprised. I can't even say I'm surprised. This character sucks actual booty cheeks. And I'll watch your jokes for the time. Make like a... Oh boy. The other two, a posh-looking man and a child who I immediately recognize as Kylie, appear to have not yet picked anything they want. For some reason, my stare lingers at the guy. His fitness file. Oh, wait until you see everything else about him. I love hating on Rebecca because she just pisses me off in particular, but objectively, this character is the worst. Like, he has literally said the N-word in this game before. What the fuck? Though dressed relatively well, he looks harmless. I haven't seen him around these parts before. Someone new in the neighborhood, perhaps. Even so, there's something familiar in him. It feels like I've seen him somewhere before. That also begs the question of why Kylie is with him. It sure begs a very good question. Of course, the girl easily takes a liking to anyone who buys her sweets, so it's both a bit worrisome and unsurprising. It's very worrisome. I would be so worried. The blonde bloke doesn't look particularly thrilled with the company though. I tear my eyes away from them soon enough once the guy at the counter appears, ready to take my order. That and I'd also hate to be accused of ogling strangers.
2, evening special, takeout.
He's already punching the order before I even finish. Saying my order out loud is really more for formality's sake, a made out of habit. He has known Isabella and I long enough that if we ever drop by here, he already knows it's always because I'm buying dinner for the two of us. I rarely visit here alone if I can help it, but Isabella can sometimes be a bad influence. He gives me a small smile before leaving to prepare my order, while I fish for my wallet when...
Look, you little ankle biter. If I buy you the biggest parfait they have, will you please behave?
Why is he even with this child?
I would just like 10 minutes of peace and quiet.
You said you'll get me some bread pudding this time.
Yeah, well, darling, they said they ran out of it. Just pick another one so we can be on our way.
Bro's literally bullying a kid. I guess so. I mean, this kid, I don't like this kid either. First of all, her design is like uncanny. Why is her head so big? Like, it does not match the rest of the art style. And also, she's just weird and possessed by a ghost. Like, she's literally besties with the freaking dead lady. But this definitely does not look good for him.
Their parfait doesn't look as cute as the one my mom bought me.
Parfait is just ice cream, sweetheart. It'll melt no matter how dainty it appears. In the end, it'll all look like an ugly puddle.
Welcome back, Kirgy. I'm so glad you missed me saying the most diabolical thing yet. I think I'm just picking on something these characters feel very cliche. Yeah, they are very cliche, but that's kinda what makes this game fun. Like, it's so bad, you kinda can't stop playing. It's so terrible, you just gotta keep going. I'm a rewind. No, don't. Don't. I can't put my paw on it, but it feels cliche. Yeah, I honestly agree. But it's, in my opinion, it's the good kind of cliche. It makes it better.
Now come on, just pick one. It could even be the most expensive one on that list. I don't give a shit.
Don't curse around the child.
Care, I don't care.
I hate that he actually corrected himself. Please be more hateable.
What I would give for someone to buy you off my hands right now.
Like I said. No, I'm not going to repeat it. Saying it once is already bad enough. But sure, he would be partaking in human trafficking. What? My whole attention instantly snaps back to them and their conversation. Jumping to conclusions isn't something I'm particularly fond of, especially when all I have are baseless assumptions. But you really can't trust a stranger these days. No one around the cafe seems to have noticed his words either. Very suspicious words. Yeah, maybe I was right. Still, I don't move. Yet. But my hand has already shifted from my wallet to the book I'm carrying. A hardbound textbook looks harmless, but if the situation calls for it, it might be a good deadly weapon. You know what? Might. I don't like Rebecca, but I would kind of be on board with her smacking Luke over the head. I think that's a great idea. I think that's amazing. So bad it's good. My favorite kind of game. That's... yeah. Yeah. I haven't gotten a chance to try it anywhere so far. Today could be the day.
But you promised.
Look, if you don't want a parfait, how about a Bonifay pie? I'm sure it'll taste just as good as any other bread pudding. I'll even buy you the entire tray. How does that sound?
That's not what you said before.
Well, sweetheart, adults change their minds sometimes.
You said if I come with you, you'll buy me a bread pudding, and I did, and now you won't keep your promise. I want to go home. I miss my mom.
No, darling, if I remember correctly, and I have a good memory, honey. What I said was, if you come quietly with me, I might buy you one. The quiet part didn't happen. Though now that I'm sober, I think this is a bad idea. I should just ship you someplace else for that peace and quiet.
He really is not helping. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Yeah, like... I am going to repeat myself just so you can hear what I said before. But he really is giving freaking Epstein vibes right now. Like, why are you with a child? Why are you talking about trafficking her? What the fuck, Luke? I know you're already a rich white man, but come on. Not every billionaire, but then it's every billionaire. Oh no, listen, am I wrong now? Anyways. Come on, listen. He's literally talking about shipping her. Selling her off to someone. Come on. Anyways. I'm just gonna move on again. I should not linger on that joke. Also, what do you mean now that I'm sober? Why were you talking to a child while drunk? What the fuck? Oh, that's it. No hesitation. In a few paces, he's within my reach, and without warming, I'm slamming the fat area of the book against his skull. Let's go, Rebecca. You make me instantly like you 1,000,000 times more by doing this.
Ow!
Don't play into the stereotype, please be normal. Annoying rich person. He already said the N-word. He is already not normal. He's already a piece of shit. Would you watch a movie with the watcher or practice being sane with the sane? I mean, I'm not that much of a sinner, but I don't think I'm enough of a saint to hang out with the sane. So I guess we're watching a movie. But yeah, Marianne should take lessons from this. Instead of being a cool character out the gate and then ruining it all by being in a weird relationship with Duke, you should just smack him over the head. That's what everyone should do in this game. That was him, yes! Yes, that was him! He is the racist one. There's a cry of pain, followed by him instantly crouching down, hence nursing the sore spot. Almost comically, if this were a different situation and the safety of St. Caretti's student is at stake, I'll probably feel sorry for him. I mean, has anyone seen how thick the book is?
Get behind me, Kylie.
Miss Pink!
It's amusing how fast her expression changes from the pouty one earlier to something that of utter delight upon seeing me. But there's no time for any pleasantries, not even quick ones, because soon the man straightens and I'm readying my favorite newfound weapon for another hit. Except this time, he is ready, and before I can land another one, his hands shoot up to catch my wrist in a firm hold. Oh damn. Oh, she may have done it now. I mean, he does literally have a freaking prison dungeon under his house, so this might be bad. She might be getting, you know, removed from the scene. She may be getting dealt with, in heavy quotation marks, if you know what I mean. Why is their hair so rubbery? It's so artificial. I'm crying. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. And the look on his face.
Bloody hell, woman! What's your problem?
To say he's pissed would be a complete understatement. Had I been a weak-willed sort, I'd probably cower under his sharp gaze. But that simply isn't how I roll. If he thinks he can scare me and do as he pleases, just because I'm a woman or whatever his reason may be, he's got another thing coming for him. So instead, I returned it to him with the same intensity, with the same venom.
What's my problem? You're the one who has a problem here. Rotten bowbags like you don't deserve the freedom to run this town.
I need to do another set of combos with this nuke motherfucker. Yes, yes you do. He deserves all the punches. All the head injuries.
What are you doing to this girl?
And why is that any of your business, pray tell?
I love how it changed from suspicious individual to straight up kidnapper. The name changing in this game is very fun. It's always based on like how the person whose perspective you're following sees the person.
Oh, it's my business if I make it to be. Now, release me or I'll call the police.
Oh, you think that scares me, Daisy?
I have a name, you sleazy douchebag.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was so lazy, douche. Look at the name changes. His grip on my hand only tightens when I attempt to shake it off. Why is Rebecca's hair hunter-colored? I mean, Hunter's a little bit more red than this, no? It's meant to be pink. It's still me dripping with anger and sarcasm, but the gleam in his eyes says it all. He's getting a kick out of this. Of course he's a freaking sadist. Of course he's a weirdo in all the ways possible. Why am I not even surprised? Riling people up, getting on their nerves, invading their personal space. He knows exactly what and which buttons to push. I'm crying. The nerve of this person. The nerve of this arsehole. If he thinks I'm going to give his goading, please. Give him this goading, please. He might as well just kiss his sorry behind. I want to hit him over the head so hard. Wait. No, that's not hitting him over the head. We're kicking him in the nuts, I think. I want to kick him in the nuts so bad. He deserves it so much. This interaction has suddenly made my liking for Rebecca just freaking rocket upwards. I love this. It's so random, but it's so good. Do it. Bye, Luke. Say goodbye. Sorry, Hannah. I guess you're not having kids with him.
Mister, you have until the count of 5 to let me go and step out of my personal space.
A fair warning. Fairer than any I can offer for people of this kind, and I'm already being considerate. Oh, this arsehole doesn't even deserve a warning. If he doesn't listen, well, he's as much responsible for what will happen next as anyone.
Or else what? Such vulgar words coming out of that pretty mouth. A gorgeous flower like you shouldn't even be saying.
Vomiting over here. This is so fucking gross. Way to make the situation worse, buddy. What the fuck is this? Why are you saying? Why are you being so gross? Yo, I know, right? Disgusting. He really is into this shit. Weird asking. Go away.
Don't say I didn't warn you, bowbag.
Why is he trying to frizz her up after trying to kidnap? I don't know if he was actually trying to kidnap. He's just a weirdo. Like, he has a wife. And he already cheated on her with one of the other characters. He possibly cheated on her with one of the random side characters who claims he got her pregnant. He has flirts with everyone and it's disgusting. He has zero biz. The only reason he gets bitches is because he's rich as fuck. Saint would not be proud. Saint would be bawling over this character. Just the worst. Anyway, it's time to kick him in the nuts like he deserves.
Love that intensity, Daisy.
Blech.
FYI, I like feisty in a woman. It gives them this certain charm.
I am so disgusted.
Why don't you?
5.
A second of silence. I love that I just got an achievement called Nuts and Bolts. Teach the pompous— wait, I want to see what it said. I want to see the entire text of the achievement. Nuts and Bolts. Teach the pompous bastard a lesson he'll never forget. Absolutely. Now without any preamble, my legs moves in one fluid motion and delivers a swift, powerful, well-placed kick to his nether regions. Let's go. Ew, yeah, I know. Yeah. That sound effect is— that's freaking pain. Those cries of pains are music to my ears. Oh, that was so deserved. Oh, that was so deserved. Mavis would have been proud of you. I wish Mavis was here to witness this. Listen to him cry like a baby. Needless to say, the effect is instantaneous. He yelps, abruptly drops his hold on me, and kneels over, howling from the pain. I can see tears forming at the corners of his eyes too, though the mere sight of it prompts not an ounce of remorse from me. I would have been gentler if he isn't such a dirty little prick with an ego too big for his head. You're so right. Too bad, so sad. Whether this obliterates any chance of him ever procreating. I love that the game is saying the exact same thing I did. Fuck his chance of procreating. This world is better off without any little Lukes running around. Sorry, Hannah, too bad. Go find a better husband. Cry harder. Whether this obliterates any chance of him ever procreating remains to be known, but a part of me is already praying he doesn't ever breed after this. We have no need of more of him in this world. Preach. Rebecca, I take back all of my complaints around you. I will probably take this back later when you start being annoying again, but for now, preach, girl, preach. I stand everything she is doing right now.
You mad woman!
I warned you, you ass!
Why this is harassment, I'm telling you! Harassment!
Can't even pronounce the word harassment right. I know he's just British, but you know, who the fuck pronounces harassment?
Then why don't you tell that to the police once they get here,
You despicable!
Also, I want to see the relationship. Look at it going down, as it should.
Whatever you're assuming I am, I'll have you know it's all in your head. None of it's true.
Preach, motherfucker, preach. Preach like Pog Church Girly. Yeah. Harassment, yeah. It's British. Just British. Honestly, I don't even think these voice actors are actually British. I mean, I don't know British accent well enough to tell if it's fake or not, but I know the German character in this game is not actually German. The voice actor is butchering it. I'm sorry.
You best have that pretty brain of yours checked before that gets worse. What is wrong with you? Is this the face of someone who'd do anything suspicious?
Buddy, you look like fucking Walmart Draco Malfoy. What the fuck do you want from me? Do you really expect me to say no? Yes, yeah, just yeah.
Oh? You don't think a stranger luring an innocent child with promises of sweets before whisking them away from their parents doesn't warrant any suspicion? You have a very funny definition of suspicious, asshole. Maybe you're the one who should have that head of yours checked.
Absolutely.
The kid asked me to buy her sweets. You're the one who's suspicious here. I'll have you know, I have a wife.
And yet you're flirting with her? That really does not help your reputation, dude. That really does not help your reputation. That much, at least, appears to have a sliver of truth to it. He even makes a show of brandishing his left hand to my face with much flourish. Sure enough, a wedding ring is there, though all that earned him is an unimpressed glare from me. Immediately, a small part of me starts to feel sorry for whatever poor woman married this son. So true, Rebecca. I don't like Hannah that much either, but poor woman. Poor woman. This guy is making me so mad. I want to scream at his face. Aren't we all? Aren't we all just feeling that? I don't understand why he has to bring her up either, as if the mention of her alone will magically present a solution to his problem. She must truly be a remarkable woman if she can handle a dirtbag like him. So true, Queen. Speak your truth.
And even my wife of all people in this bloody city, has never, I'm telling you, accused me of such a scandalous thing! You crazy woman!
That's not the flex you think it is, because that means she has accused you, which is true. We've literally seen her accuse him of all the weird things, but that's not the boast you think it is, buddy. That just means you've been doing other shady shit as well.
Married or not, you're still a sleaze. Honestly, I feel...
Miss Pink, why are you fighting with my Teal?
What? Wait, what? Don't tell me he has more illegitimate children. I mean, I know it means uncle, but... Huh? His uncle, I know, right? Also, her uncle, but yes. How does this girl like this dumbass? She's just brainless. She's brainless and weird. It's a child. I mean, that's your uncle. I know, right? Huh? Here's somebody sounds like an angry South Park character. Whatever words still that. Wait, I feel like we've heard her Teal be mentioned before, but I don't remember in what context. Damn. Whatever words still left to be said here dies on my tongue. The same thing goes for the sleaze. Besides his sons Kylie, gawking at us with that same curious stare she often brings with her. I know that look all too well, a precocious child through and through. She doesn't say anything further, her gaze simply moves between us, eyeing us both carefully, clearly anticipating an answer. From my experience, when it gets like this with children her age, it's a sure sign they won't leave you until they've been given an answer they're satisfied with. Lying won't do either. It has to be dissolved into a shout. It has dissolved into a shouting match, for heaven's sake. And did she just say Teal? Something falls straight to the pit of my stomach at that. As an uncle of two nephews and a niece, this is not how you talk to them in public. Yeah, this is 100% his fault. Like, even if he is her uncle, talking like that is such a terrible idea. I mean, he has zero... I mean, it's probably for the best he's not a parent, because his like, compatibility with children is terrible. He does not know how to handle them. But just, dude. But my tone is gentle when I finally address her, with any apprehension and what might be the first hints of embarrassment. I quickly ignore the latter. It can very well just be the hunger speaking.
Kylie, sweetie, do you know this oath?
Your father talked to her in such a predatory manner? I know, right? Exactly.
Yeah, he's Teal Luke.
Right at that moment, my brain stops. Every line of thought, every argument I still have against the man besides me dissipates in a haze. Amidst all of it, one memory gets triggered from a few days ago.
Tio? The one you mentioned before? The uncle? The guy Rowan wanted to impress? Or was that a dare? I'm sorry, I can't recall.
That's where it's been mentioned before.
Is it the one who promised he'll take Big Brother someplace cool?
Yeah, the one and the same. Don't you know who he is?
Oops. This guy might need to practice being saint with saint. Yeah, he definitely needs some... He needs it. He really needs it. I sure as hell don't, darling. Because if I do, I wouldn't have let everything I've said earlier come out of my mouth.
He's my Teal Luke. Gazillionaire extraordinaire, am I? No, the fairy godfather.
He sure is a gazillionaire.
Oh, he's your godfather. That's nice.
The one and only.
Oops.
Did I get that right, Teal?
More than right, sweetheart. I'm sure Miss Pink here understood everything you said quite perfectly.
And there goes all my satisfaction right down the drain because now he is so smug about it and it makes me want to punch him even more. I want to leave, yeah, don't we all? Whatever it is, that lump at the bottom of my stomach prior has shot straight up to my face and stayed there. The heat from it slowly spreading to my cheeks, coloring my face almost the same shade as my hair. If only the earth would swallow me whole here and now. His eyes are on me, I can feel them, jeering, mocking. I can't even bring myself to look at him. What's in there? Amusement? I doubt it. He's probably having the time of his life right now. But I know. I can hear the sneer in his tone alone when he talks. Is that smug grin on him? That's exactly what I said. He was being so smug about this and I hate it. Which I may or may not want to punch off his face at present, just for the hell of it. Rebecca, I hate you. You're also terrible. But right now, we could not be more aligned in our thought process. I too want to punch it off his face. Please do it, just for the hell of it, please. But damage control. I need to do some damage control before this whole thing goes out. I will apologize to anyone but Luke. Fuck you, Luke. Of course, an apology is the most appropriate thing to say. But no matter how much I will myself to do it, my own body refused to budge, my own mouth refused to open, and my head rejects the very idea of looking at him. No apology for an arsehole. Not to someone with an ego too big for his head. Let his pride suffer. I am not going to eat my words for the sake of stroking his damn ego. Less reason for him to gloat. Kylie, however, I owe an explanation.
Don't worry, Kylie. I'm not fighting with your teal.
This made him go down even more. Sucks to be you.
This is just a discussion. A very serious discussion between a very mature adult and one that's not.
Can I get mod so Kriggy can get some rest? Nah, we're used to making Kriggy suffer. I made Kriggy suffer through me streaming a game I was way too tired to solve the puzzles in for 9 hours straight until 6 AM. I think he can endure it. He is, you know, every streamer needs their own mod that's their punching bag, and for me it has turned out to be Kriggy, so I think he'll be fine.
Really? But I've never seen Teal angry before.
It's because he's losing the argument. But don't ever follow his example, Kylie. You should always learn to be patient, even if things aren't going your way, okay?
Rebecca, you were saving this. You're doing so great. Please keep going. Please keep making him feel like a big pathetic little, I don't know, piece of shit. God, don't even pretend it's not true.
Oh sure, a discussion. And it involves hitting random strangers you meet at a cafe with a book. A hard-bound book. Mind you, the little me hasn't recovered yet.
Don't call it the little me. That's not helping.
If my future generation never survives from this, we are going to have more than words, woman!
It's true. I don't allow Kylie to hear his tirade and cover both of her ears with my hands. As fond as she is of the man, there are words he shouldn't be saying in front of a child. How could he not know about that? More importantly, how on earth did someone like him become a godfather? Who allowed it? Maybe I should talk to Mrs. Suarez about it. Wonder how he's not a good influence for her children. I'm trying to think if we've seen the Suarez before, but I don't think we have we? I don't know.
Language! How can you use such crude words in front of her? Your goddaughter can hear you, for heaven's sake.
Oh, and you didn't. If I remember everything correctly, you called me a rotten beau.
So you're going to repeat it in front of her, just to make a point? What, are you 5? Even 5-year-olds are more sensible than you.
Even Isabella, I can say that with much certainty.
Even 5-year-olds are more sensible than you.
What? Cry about it, cry about it, cry about it.
See what I mean?
Are you fighting again?
Oh, no. Like I said, we were just having a discussion. We're actually done now, but you need to promise Miss Pink you will never grow up like this guy. Good kids don't do what he's doing.
Rebecca, you're... Just preach. No, boo-boo, technique from Luke here.
But I like Tio.
Because he has money.
And I'm quite sure Tio likes you too. But liking people is different. Just because you like him doesn't mean you have to be like him. There are better role models for you aside from him.
Like you?
Not exactly what I'm trying to get at, but if that's what you want, I don't see why not.
Okay, I want to be like Miss Pink someday. I want to be a teacher, and I promise I won't be like Tio, even if he's a gazillionaire.
It really is just... She really does just like him because he has money.
Wow. Turning my own goddaughter against me. How mature of you, Miss Pink.
His tone makes me pause. For the first time since his talk started, I look at him. Briefly, something flashes behind his eyes, something close to what might be an expectation falling. Dismay, I can't be sure. It almost passes as soon as it appears. What's that about? Does he actually like having Kylie around? I highly doubt it. He hates kids. He is so anti-children. I have my doubts. Is it for the money? I think it is for the money, yeah. It doesn't seem like it from the get-go, but if that fond smile on him is anything to judge by, then maybe.
Don't worry, Tio. If you buy me bread pudding tonight, I'll like you again.
It really is just the money.
Aw, if that's all it takes, consider it done, sweetheart. We might have to find another place to buy it from, though. Somewhere safe, where a random crazy woman isn't going to attack us out of the blue. Let's go.
Okay, bye, Miss Pink. I still like you, just not more than Tio anymore.
Oh, kids, am I right?
See you.
Kylie is already pulling him to the cafe's exit before I can protest on it. Although it's not like there's anything to object on further. I might view that man, Luke, as someone hateful, maybe to the point of seeing him as an eyesore, but I don't think that I'll have any bearing on what the child thinks of him. When you think about it, if she admires him so much like that, then maybe there's still something agreeable in him. The only agreeable thing is money, I'm sorry. A part of him only Kylie sees. He still has the gall to wink at me before they both disappear behind the door. Disgusting, so maybe not. However, there's no moment to ponder about it. Seconds later, the guy at the counter waves me over and hands me a paper bag as soon as I've paid. He offers me another smile before I leave. Normally, I return it for the sake of simply returning it. Or I don't at all, with the latter happening more commonly. But for the time being, I do so freely. After that encounter and the scene we've caused, seeing a friendly gesture being extended to me, albeit from a person I barely know on a personal level, it feels like a reassurance, despite bearing no promise of better days. I take what little I can with me as I step out into the night. Let me sip some tea. I need some refreshment after that chaos. Yeah, my tea is kinda bitter today. Oh well. A cloudless night sky greets me when I walk out of the cafe. Beyond the tall buildings, a blanket of stars spreads out before me. Isabella once told me that it's the best place to view it is someplace outside the city, away from the noise and obtrusive lights. She'd seen it once in her mom's hometown and another time in a university she used to attend. Then she asked if it's possible to try it out here sometime. I agreed with her at the time, if only because she appeared excited at the mere prospect of it. We made those little plans along with Zachary and Ashton. Though up until now, we never got around to it. Even so, I find myself enjoying this, despite being told it's only half the experience. Little things, you know, stuff you learn to appreciate when you're alone. Because at certain times, you get to meet people who are unfortunately born with innate talent to ruin the mood, and to see with their mere existence alone, like Luke. For example, the driver of the car fast approaching my direction. Luckily, he doesn't notice me, but the fleeting moment we pass each other by gives me a brief glance of the people he's with. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Kylie is sitting on the back seat with a serving of bread pudding in her hands. So, in case it isn't clear to the people who don't know this game, this is not his wife. This is the ghost. He's just carpooling with her. Honestly, my new favorite crack stupid headcanon for this game is that the reason the ghost is haunting everyone as being such a piece of shit is because she's like, I don't know, crushing on Luke. He's not only cheating on his wife with all the other living ladies, he's cheating on his wife with a freaking ghost girl, and that's why she's making everyone's life hell. Because they're, I don't know, they're in an, I don't know. That's his mistress, obviously. Anyways. And beside him, jump scare? It must be his wife. No, somehow I knew that's the assumption they'd go for, but no, that's not his wife. He's a ghost fucker. Honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me. It would not even surprise me. He's trying to get that spooky redacted. No, that's not his wife. It takes a turn and disappears at the nearest corner. But throughout the night... Wait. Wait. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I was joking with the headcanon I just said, but then I remembered that Kylie, aka the child, is canonically friends with the ghost. Like, she knows the ghost, she talks to the ghost, they are buddies. So maybe I'm actually onto something here. Maybe the reason she knows the ghost and is cool with the ghost is through Luke. Because how else would she know to enter the mansion? She hasn't been in the mansion. Maybe I'm actually... I don't think they're actually fucking. That was just me being silly. But maybe I was actually onto something. Maybe Luke does know the ghost and is cool with it. Like, you know, you see where I'm going with this? But throughout the night, that cursed glimpse of all things to bother me hasn't me wondering what kind of person his wife is. And more than that, it's a silent peer to the universe. Oh god, I just remembered, she is gonna go to Hannah's freaking housewarming party, and she will see Luke there again, and she will see the accusation he gets of impregnating another woman. She's gonna see all that. Oh boy, that's going to be something. And more than that, it's a silent prayer to the universe. I hope I don't ever cross paths with that douche again. I'm so sorry, Rebecca, but it's gonna happen. After such an eventful day, I know will think nothing will surprise me anymore, but here I am, standing at the top of the stairwell, watching an odd scene unfold for me. Relief crossed my mind first, followed by confusion.
What is she doing there?
Although, given what happened this morning, well, my Google box suddenly turned on, and I was very concerned it was going to dox me, so I had to stop that real quick. Anyways, although given what happened this morning, the question feels a bit inappropriate to ask directly. What's more important is Isabella's here. She's sitting cross-legged on the hallway, just right in front of her room, with several papers and folders scattered about, each one of them as important as the next. More than once, upon giving this scene a quick scan, I spot Bridal Realty's logo at the topmost area of the pages. Everything considered, it looks like a mess made by a 3rd grader working on the crunch time. The landlady will have a few things to say about this when she finds out. I have a few things to say about this myself, in fact. but something in the calm, focused manner she holds herself at present keeps me from disturbing her with that reminder. She's going through each paper with this intensity. Her brows are furrowed, lips in a tight line, both hands moving in precise movements as she shifts through each sheet. When she finds something of note, she moves closer, nose almost touching whatever paper she's holding, and grabs her phone to call someone.
Hello. Sorry to call you this late. There's something I just want to confirm, if that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Thanks anyway. Not that one either.
It's a cycle. She goes through call after call, then after the last one ends, she shuffles through the pile again and dials another number. Is it work? I've never seen her this engrossed with her own work before, otherwise she would have noticed my presence the moment I reached the floor. After the 9th call, she still appears as oblivious to it as when I've arrived. When she doesn't says a loud sigh this time, I immediately take that as an opportunity to interrupt.
Isabella, you know the house rules here.
At once, her head jerks back and hits the concrete wall behind her with a thump. There's Isabella I know, glad it's still there. I allow her a moment to nurse it before speaking again.
Becca, you're late.
Yeah, I ran into a little trouble at the cafe. But I brought food for the two of us, if you haven't eaten anything yet.
As anticipated, she grins once I raise the bags of food I'm holding. Yet it doesn't reach her eyes. There's nothing of the cheerful glint in it this time. Just a hollow tone for the sake of being polite. Ashton's right. Something's happened.
Yeah, maybe later. I've gotta finish this first. Just leave it here. I'll eat it once I'm done. Thanks, Becca.
You can't eat this here. You know how the landlady would react. Why are you even working outside? Your room's right there.
I know. Sorry. It just feels stuffy in my apartment right now. I'll go back inside once everything's been aired out. I promise.
That has never bothered you before.
Well, it bothers me now.
Oh, really? Just now? I find that hard to believe.
Yeah? Shouldn't you be happy? I mean, you've been complaining even if it's not your room. Now I know how you're feeling when it's messy, so I'm going to clean. Isn't that a good thing?
In spite of what's supposed to be good news, an exhale comes from me, Jarnad and slow.
It's a good thing, Isabella. Believe me, but you're as bad as Zachary at lying. What's really going on?
She hastily averts her eyes, a surefire indicator this is going to be one of those lengthy conversations that can possibly end with the other person angry. Again. It's one thing I'd like to avoid tonight at all costs. Still, I've made a promise to Ashton and Zachary. If she didn't talk to them, who else is she going to talk to? If she keeps this all to herself, who knows what might happen?
Isabella, you can tell me. Is it about your family?
A slight movement of her lips, although a frown, is a reaction at least. I'm getting there.
Rose?
She merely shakes her head. Just a little more.
Come on, I know something happened. I don't know if it's because of Rose, but I know it's related to her somehow. You weren't here when I visited this morning, and both Zachary and Ashton are worried about you. If you don't want to tell them, you can tell me. Does it have something to do with work? Office?
If I didn't know her, I might have missed it. She shifts then, her fist clenching tight and teeth biting her lower lip, and there's fear. The look of terror in her is the last thing I expected to see out of everything. Her mouth trembles briefly before she opens them. When she finally voices it out, the words simply spill out of her mouth. One after another. All of it. True to what I've promised her, I listen. Because this is something she's been keeping to herself, even from the two most dependable people I know. The fact she chooses to tell me, this speaks a lot to me.
Becca, she was there again. Last night? In the office? Boss passed me all of Rose's work load yesterday. For the Ermengarde mansion. I had to stay late to finish them all. And then, when I was about to go home, I saw her. I saw her again. She was standing in front of me again last night, Becca. I couldn't get away. She was blocking the door. If I hadn't hidden myself, even if I made the tiniest noise, if she found me, Becca, she almost did. If she saw me under my table, I think that would have been the end of it.
I mean, I don't know, because I actually passed that quick time. But yeah, you probably could have died.
I'm scared. I'm so scared I won't be able to do anything.
By the end, her hands are trembling and her breathing comes out in rasping intervals. For a long moment, I let the silence stretch out between us, letting ourselves feel it instead. But even as her soft whimpers die down minutes later, there's a heaviness hanging in the air. Not just from her, but also from me. From my exasperation over this whole matter, from my own frustrations over her stupid superstitions, when she could do all of us a favor and grow a backbone. She may be young, but she is no longer that young. It's about time to put an end to this. And of course she doesn't believe her. She can't keep going on like this, she's still got plenty of years to live out. And what if she goes home? What if you're no longer there to keep her fears in line with what's real? What would she do then? I'm more afraid for her. What that kind of imagination will do to her than of what some imaginary monster could. But with the manner she's looking at me right now, there's an expectation in it, a hope, a plea sewn together. She wants me to believe her this time. If it's like that, then what am I supposed to say now? What she wants to hear or what she needs to hear? As much as I hate the way she treats Isabella, she has to get better. She has to actually listen for once. Let's be nice. As much as I want to set her straight, a reprimand isn't what she needs right now. With that putty face she's giving me, I doubt it'll end well if I push it. I know her, and when she wants to be stubborn, she's stubborn. But there are moments when she can be acquiescing too. Times when she'll be more accepting of what I tell her, despite her inclination to disagree with it. That all can wait. In the meantime, I'll be the ear that listens to her without judging her, without criticizing her, despite my own opinions of it.
You should have called me.
He stares at me like I've grown another head, and the laughter slips out before I can stop myself.
There? I can't do that! What will you do? Hit her with a book? You'll be dead before that happens. And
That isn't what I'm talking about. After you got out, you should have phoned me. You didn't have to go to Zachary's.
The corners of her mouth curl up, a sheepish smile, by general definition, but this is Isabella. Her smiles are never half-hearted, never lacks her high spirits. In spite of this, I know everything is going to be okay. Somehow. After all, she's learned how to pick herself up long ago, long before you met.
oh, yeah. Sorry. I don't even remember how I ended up in Zach's place. I was in a hurry to get out of the office, and it was already late. Besides, I don't really think you'll believe me if I wake you up over something like that.
That's beside the point. True or not, there are people who will always be concerned about you. There's Zachary, but he's the first person you went to, and you didn't tell him anything. You just slept there. There's Ashton too, and me. But how do you think I'll be able to explain to your aunt or your family if you suddenly disappeared? Think
Right.
Sorry for skipping
I'll
the
remember
line.
that next time.
Then she grins, playful and mischievous, a preamble to the old banter. It's still not quite there, still not quite her usual self, but with it, I know we're bound to get her back soon.
Mom.
I told you not to call me that.
I set an elbow to her side for added measure, but when laughter follows a familiar gesture, none of it is unexpected. That's what's comfortable, this is how we found an equal ground despite our stark differences. So for the moment, I accept things as they are. Afterwards, the hush stretches out between us. I need to get my shit together. This game always makes me stop being able to read for some reason. For Isabella, this is rare. This isn't her. Yet, in this moment, as she feels with the edge of another paper near her, as she hugs her knees close to herself and lets a pensive expression linger on her, it feels strangely fitting. As if this is where everything's supposed to lead to if we allowed it long ago. Seconds later, the moment is broken by the sound of the door opening and a voice begging some little please.
How many times have I told you girls not to loiter around the hallway? It's noisy. Some people here are trying to sleep. Quiet down or go do your talking inside. I'm pinning a memo to your door the next time this happens. Millennials.
Not the boomer. Not the boomer.
Sorry, we won't do it again.
You'd better.
The door closes and Isabella starts gathering the mess she's made, carefully stacking them on her arm. At a loss of what to do, I help her pick them, and for the first time I get a closer look at it. Completely unintentional, of course. But it catches my attention nevertheless, and a confused frown makes its way to my face. Why is she looking through this? I look to her for an explanation, but she merely ignores the question in my eyes, takes the paper off my hands and finishes cleaning up. I have no clue what the paper is. I looked at it, but it didn't help me. Okay, boomer, I know it. The last paper she puts on top is a letter. Though she supposedly found in a mansion, I was probably the root cause of this odd behavior. I shoot her a questioning look for that too, but all she gives me is a smile. And in a halting tone, so completely unlike her.
Becca, I'll find a way out of this. You guys don't have to worry about me. Anyways, I should go. I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
Getting myself some food. Don't wait for me.
Isabella walks away before I can stop her, before I can remind her I've brought food enough for the two of us. She quickly disappears down the stairwell while I'm left standing in an empty hallway, holding 2 bags of takeout. One of them will go uneaten tonight. Just an innocent passing thought. What I don't phone as much as I head back to my room. I ignore all of it in the same way I've assumed I won't ever encounter that douche again. Oh, are we going to the party? Is this the party? Is it? Let me see. Well, it's 27 mil. No, the party is on the 28th, so she's still got the 1 more day before she has to see that douche again. Well, unless something happens, but I don't know. The brief lull of the past 2 days is offered as nice while it lasted. Or as nice as it can get without worries of Isabella's whereabouts creeping up to me every now and then. She hasn't showed up after the last talk we had in the hallway, and the dinner I've brought had since been given to a different neighbor before it spoils. By all means, this shouldn't be anything to lose sleep over. She's gone on work trips before, usually a day or 2. This might simply be one of those. Although it's often with a message saying exactly where. Was the dour note she ended on our last chat with that gnaws.
Like an ugly premonition.
And as expected, just as things start to settle and a steady rhythm finally worms its way back to my routine, Thursday morning brings further disturbance to the now calm waters. A little ceremony, though still enough to ripple through everything. In retrospect, I really should have seen this coming. Luxembourg is a small city, relatively speaking. I think we're gonna have to see Luke again. Compared to, say, London or Glasgow, it's nothing but a tiny mass of land boasting a mere population of 68,000. Then that is a small city. But those numbers alone are nothing to scoff at when standing in a busy street. And if you pay close enough attention, faces taking the crosswalk or riding the subway will grow familiar. How fortunate that out of that number, it has to be Theo fucking Luke I encounter more than once.
Oh, you know, a few problems popping up here and there that the agents failed to tell us somehow.
Of course, we have to deal with this guy again. I feel bad for Rebecca. She's not, even if she makes it out of today, she's gonna have to see him again tomorrow. I feel bad for her, I do.
Nothing a few hired hands can't fix, of course. I would have preferred a place near the city and something that's new to save us all the trouble. But darling wife insisted.
No, that's not even true. You wanted that house or the freaking wine cellar, you alcoholic bum.
Who am I to say no?
Ah, are you kidding me?
His smug head is the first thing I see upon turning into the hall, in spite of the small crowd of parents and students gathered around the corner in the primary careers day. Oh, for the primaries is career day, I see. It's not that he stands out, he's pretty unremarkable at first glance, frankly. Also, what's a career day? I don't know. However, it's his countenance that draws people's eyes to him. The manner he carries himself with all the confidence in the world, his mere presence dwarfing everything around him. I'm willing to make a bet that he's also enjoying the attention it garners him, especially the ones coming from the women.
What an ass.
Ain't that right? A single glance at him and I know that immediately, one way or another, if we ever bump into each other again, my day will effectively be ruined in some capacity. He also exudes that air. The sort that makes you want to run him over with the lorry and pass it off as an unfortunate accident. Go, you're so right. You're so right. So relatable. Hashtag mood. Hashtag mood. With him, it's either you want to punch him or let yourself be charmed, and there's no in between. I'll gladly do the honor of the former myself, but alas, there are people around us. Now I'm stuck with having to face one of the two.
I shouldn't have volunteered.
At the time, helping out sounded like a good idea. I have no classes left today after lunch. I could have opted to stay at the teacher's lounge and work on my lesson plans, but that means being left alone with our deputy head and his cheddar. He's a good man, but Crevens, he can talk anyone's ears off. So the moment of an opportunity arose, I jumped on it. It's a simple task to boot. Just deliver a whole box of materials and a few posters for the event, maybe stay around to assist if time will allow it. I just wasn't expecting him to show up here. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Had I known, I would have stayed and suffered through our deputy's impromptu speeches about his life crisis instead. But what's done is done. Going back is also out of the question. With how unexpectedly heavy the load I'm carrying is, I need to lug this for a trip back, just because my pride can take another second of interaction with the guy. He's insufferable, alright, but I've had my fair share of dealings with teens of, more or less, the same temperament. All considerably younger than him, and they listen. If he wants to be difficult like last time, so be it, but he can bet his sorry English ass I'm not standing down. Now with no other choice, I brace myself and suck in a breath, mustering every bit of patience I have and step into the hall. My grip on the boxes tightens when I pull it closer to me. I attempt to assume a low-key air as I amble towards the room. The box is not big enough to hide my face, even with the stuff piled on top, but if all else fails, I can just hit him with that. I love her. I hate her when she's around Isabella, but I love her when she's around Luke. Luke, it's just... she is so unashamedly not a fan of him. Like, all she thinks about in his presence is committing violence. And I am so on board with it. I am so on board. Still, a small prayer forms in my head. If there's even one listening out there, please grant me enough restraint. Better yet, I hope he doesn't notice me at all. That'll definitely make my life easier. I mean, she's at work this time, so even if she wants to, she can't hit him because she'll get fired. So that kinda sucks. Seriously, how hard can it be? He's standing a few ways from the door, and there are plenty of people between us to use this for cover. If I'm careful, I could just go in, hand in the stupid box to whoever's in charge, forget every plan of staying longer than necessary, and step out as soon as I can. Easy as pie. But as luck would have it, the exact moment I reach the room's threshold, someone barrels towards me. She latches onto my waist before topping the sudden commotion with a gleeful squeal.
I knew it's you!
Oh, great. The force of it nearly throws me off balance, sending the item stacked off the box, tilting dangerously to the sides. With Chell's added weight at my waist, putting me on the spot and one of my hands occupied, watching is the only thing I'm able to do. With short seconds in between slows as everything gradually slides off the box's small surface. Under different circumstances, this would have made for a funny story for some other time. Comical even. Until another set of hands reaches out and steadies the poster, threatening to take a nosedive towards the floor.
Oh, careful now, Daisy. Don't make a mess here.
I wanna punch him. I wanna punch him. I wanna punch him. He is so condescending and asshole-ish. My entire body freezes. Upon hearing his voice alone, an irrational impulse to hit him immediately bubbles up. She is literally me. She is literally me. She is literally me. At least in interactions with Luke. Like, real. But before my limbs could catch up with what my brain is currently screaming at me, he moves to take the burden off my arms. Irritation gives way to surprise, then confusion. It is in that moment when instinct finally kicks in and I tug the box closer to me before I can fully lift it off.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? You're surprisingly slow on the uptake for someone of your profession, aren't you? Bloody, doesn't this school have people for this kind of work? So much for being a center of academic excellence.
And of course, he has to be a rich asshole.
I'm going to ignore that slight to my alma mater and my work, because that's not what I'm trying to get at. You know what? Why don't we just rephrase that to something you'll easily understand? Why exactly are you doing this?
Well, you look like you could use a bit of help. Have you seen your face while you were heaving this around?
Mister, I'm pretty sure if there's ever a look on my face, it's entirely because I saw something extremely unpleasant this morning.
Aren't you a ball of sunshine today, Daisy? Having a bad day, aren't we?
Chad, I swear to fucking God, if he is about to say, "Oh, are you on your period? Are your hormones?" then I will actually punch a hole in my monitor. I promise you that. I promise you that. I will crash out.
Oh, you have no idea.
I'd put it away if I were you.
Okay, good. He is not gonna go that far. That would actually piss me the fuck off. That would be the last fucking job.
You might scare the children.
You don't have to worry about that. This isn't my department. I was just asked to bring these. Anyway, I can handle this myself, mister. The room's just right over there. Behind you, in fact.
If he says that I'm gonna do something extreme, yeah, that would be... that would be the last fucking job for me. Last job in the bucket.
Now, if you could please move over and make way, it would do the whole world some good.
Keeping my voice level throughout is a miracle in itself, but regardless of how polite my request is, he doesn't budge. Did what I've said merely fly over his head? Were my choice of words really that difficult to comprehend? Surely it shouldn't be that hard. I think he might be a little touched in the head. I'd like to ask him that, actually, but Callie chooses that instant to pipe in.
Don't worry, Miss Pink. Tio's strong. You can leave this to him.
Have you seen his freaking... Does he look strong to you? Does he? He's a rich asshole who complains about having to do any manual labor because that's what the work slaves, minimum wage workers are for. You really think this guy is strong? Girl.
My papa does it lots of times, but I'm not allowed to talk about it to anyone.
Wait, what? Huh?
Tio says it's
Confidential, Munchkin.
That's right. Tio's smart, isn't he, Miss Pink?
I'm still of the opinion that he's a piece of shite, but I must admit his goddaughter's excitement is contagious as always. A smile makes its way to my lips. She has yet to budge from her place, though to be honest, I'm starting to lose some feeling on my stomach with how tightly she's wound her arms around it.
I'm sure he is, Kylie. But I'm also sure he'll find better use for it elsewhere.
Like helping you out.
Oh, well, that's one thing, but...
You heard the kid.
No one's asking you.
You wound me, woman.
And I'm quite certain I can do more damage than that.
Also, can I just say, the way he refers to every single woman in this game as purely woman, not by name. I mean, I guess he calls, what's her name, Marianne by... What is it, Mint or something? I don't know. But, like, aside from that, he never refers to women by name. He simply calls them woman. And if that isn't, like, it's giving rather they're calling every woman a female, except just the sleazy rich guy dirtbag version of that. Like, it's giving misogyny. Like, Oh.
Shall we give it a try? Again?
He fails, stammers for a bit, and until he ultimately decides against saying anything and settles for a brief show of discomfort instead. He's really having flashbacks of the last time we met. His composure when he finally regained some of his bearings says it all. It's nothing short of hilarious if I do say so myself.
I'll have you know that threats never work on me, Daisy. Not in a million years, not ever.
You're assuming it's a threat. How cute.
But that too, I'm not scared of you.
Sure, buddy.
Just because you landed a hit.
Uh-huh. Do go on. Keep telling yourself that.
It was a fluke, you hear?
Sure, buddy.
I was caught off guard and your damn book left a dent. If I end up in a hospital because of what you did, I'm sending the chief of Luxburn Police after you, woman.
You don't say.
Just give me that bloody box.
He snatches out of my arms before a single word of protest exits my mouth and quickly disappears behind the classroom. Not that it matters who brings it now. My prior irritation has already mellowed into amusement. He's not so bad, which... And there goes all my respect for you, Rebecca. He's not so bad once you figure out how his temperament works. It's almost similar to a child. I mean, he is childish. I'll give her that. Though I still have to ask.
Kylie, did your Tio eat something bad before coming here? He's unusually nice today.
If he is drunk at a fucking Children's Career Day event, I'm going to be so pissed. How dare you? A far-fetched idea, I know, but it's the only reason I can think of why this arsehole is suddenly acting like a decent human he's, quite frankly, far from being. First and foremost, we all didn't end our last meeting on a good note. If I were him, I'd avoid the very person who put a dent on his skull, as he so aptly put it. Why is he acting friendly 2 days later?
He always is. But I made him promise to be extra nice to
That's
you
a crime,
since you
I know,
helped me
right?
so much. I think you're gonna be great friends.
I mean, is it a crime? Is it a crime? I don't know if it's a crime. At least not in the UK. I don't think it's actually a crime. It's a crime in the moral sense. I don't think it's a crime though. Lock him up if he is. I quickly summoned the urge to groan loudly or gag at that. He's the last person I've ever wanted to be chummy with in this whole city, but Kylie doesn't need to know that. Yeah, the gagging is real.
Are you sure it's not something he ate during breakfast?
I gave him some jelly babies this morning. Really rocky, lots of them. Mama said I should share, so I offered half of it to Tio when he picked me up. He likes the black ones.
I want to say something absolutely diabolical right now, but I cannot be saying that. The temptation is too big, I'm gonna say it. No, he doesn't. I don't think he likes the black ones. We've seen in way too vivid detail that he does not like the black ones. I'm pretty sure here in America you can get charged for drinking near school. Yeah, I know that that's a thing in America, but it's not in the UK. I'm certain it's not in the UK, because Europe in general is way more chill about drinking. Why did you say it like that? I don't know. I have my doubts.
Oh, that's probably why he's weird. Jelly baby overdose.
You could have done everyone a favor and choked on them while he's at it. If only.
Do you want some? I've got more. I couldn't find Melody or Takako this morning, but I'm sure they'll be fine sharing some of it with you.
Takako is the ghost, by the way.
No, I'm not really very fond of them. I was just asking. Oh, where's your mum, by the way?
Out of town with Papa.
An unexpected pang hits me at her words. The statement, though innocent enough, unearths a whole trunk of memories from childhood. So eerily familiar. I'd spent eating dinners alone, number of days coming home to an empty house growing with each passing year, and sometimes several Christmas Eves spent with relatives instead of my own family. It's too late to think about it now, but then I remember the dull ache is still there, familiar though lessened by the years now. Besides me, kinda takes a step back, having gotten tired of clinging to me. There's nothing but cheer in her. She doesn't seem too affected by the fact. Although it makes me wonder how much of it is real, and how much there is to mask the loneliness, if there is even one. What a lucky child.
Weren't they informed of career day beforehand?
What did she mean by the black one?
Yeah, I told them all about it. Mama was looking forward to it.
And they still left?
Uh-huh. It's important business, so it can't be helped. They promised to tell me about it when they come back tomorrow, though. Papa said he'll give me a gift if I behave. I've been a good girl, right, Miss Pink?
You always are. But they asked they asked your Tio to look after you? For this?
Nope, they didn't.
No? Then how?
It was supposed to be Tia. Mama likes her better than Tio, so she asked her, but she's sick and had to visit the doctor today.
Are her parents... Hear me out, theory time. What if Luke isn't her biological uncle? And her parents are the woman that accuses him of having impregnated her. What if? That means she's the daughter of the freaking police chief. Because I don't remember their last name. But I do know that, like, the pregnant woman is closer to Hannah. And that would explain why... Oh boy. I did not know they had other children, but just, oh boy. That would be quite something. Oh boy. I just realized that might also... No, I don't think it was actually Luke, was it? I don't think it was actually true. I was about to say that might also mean that Luke is actually her biological father, but I don't think. I'm not gonna go that far. I think that's reaching, but just oh boy.
Oh, that's supposed to be a secret, by the way. Oh, but I think it's a bit confusing because Tio said she also went shopping. That's unfair. Don't you think so, Miss Pink? Mama doesn't allow me to go out when I'm sick. It's still okay, though, since Tio always buys me sweets before we go home. I'm gonna ask for a parfait today. Extra large. Don't tell Takako, okay?
Yeah, it's weird. Why does she? Why is she so chummy with the ghost? Because she doesn't live in the house. I mean, I guess she stays there when Luke is looking after her. But still, I guess that's why. But it's still weird. Listen to her like this, it's easy to get a picture of where Kylie's fondness for the guy is coming from. She's far from a demanding child unless you've made a promise of some sort. She never forgets those. She'll make friends with anyone wherever she is. But here are a few things and voila, you're settled. No wonder she's so attached to the man. The douche probably showers her with gifts whenever he can. I can't say if the sentiment's the same for the latter, however. He doesn't seem the type, it probably just does it for the sake of getting some peace and quiet whenever he's with the girl. Classic techniques.
But before that, I'm gonna show him to everyone first. It's gonna be great. No one else has a gazillionaire fairy godfather. Also, when I grow up, I'm gonna be exactly like him and marry someone really handsome.
Girl, you should have listened when she told you not to be like him. Don't grow up to be like him.
Like Tia did. That way, I can be awesome too.
There's some sort of misguided logic in there that I'd like to correct. But before I can say my piece, douchebag steps in, fresh out of the commotion from the classroom behind us, and blows into the conversation with every subtlety of her wrecking ball. No shite given, despite no one asking for his opinion.
Munchkin, sweetie, trust me. You don't have to marry someone for that to happen.
I hate that this is actually a sentiment I agree with. You don't need to marry someone, girly. You can be successful in your own right.
I don't?
Just do your thing, darling. I'm quite sure you can do great things on your own without lugging around an extra baggage with you.
I hate that I agree with the sentiment overall, but the misogynistic, disgusting way he's phrasing this talking about his wife is terrible. I hate it. I hate it, but I also hate that he's not wrong.
Tia married you.
Kelly drops the statement without any sort of preface, and the moment it lands, the douche finds himself grappling with the conversation.
Yeah, well, that's true, Munchkin, technically. But it's not the same thing.
A small frown creases the girl's eyebrows as she tries to comprehend her Tio's and her fake explanation. It's not surprising either, while it tenses under the child's questioning gaze. It's familiar. I've seen the same look a great deal of times, on Ashton whenever he's trying to say something he can't quite phrase. Another second before the douche moves. Passes before the douche moves, kneeling in front of Kylie and placing both his hands on either side of her shoulder. Kindness is the last word I'll ever use to describe the man, but in this minute, there's a smile on him I can't place. Tender by all means for someone as obnoxious as him. It's a curious thing to see, if not a bit odd.
Listen here, sweetie. Tia was already a great person before she met me.
Extra baggage is disgusting. Yeah.
She is? But I don't see her doing anything. She's always at home.
Not always, Munchkin. Did you know she's really good at numbers?
You know, now that I hear him continue talking, I think he actually wasn't referring to Hannah. I think he was referring to himself. In which case, that is a shockingly insightful and true view to have. I hate that I'm agreeing with Luke in this moment, because he is kinda right in saying, like, don't become just a housewife, you can do so much more than that. I hate that he's right in this moment. I don't want him to be right because I want to hate him and shame him constantly 24/7.
You're good with them too. You helped me with my homework once.
Well, Tia's much better than me. She used to do maths with big numbers.
Oh, like millions?
No, gazillions. And she's really good at it. So much so that her dad let her manage anything that had to do with it. That was even before she met me, too.
Does that mean she's better than you?
Oh, leagues, Munchkin. Way better than I'll ever be.
I hate this. I don't want to agree with Luke. I don't want to agree with Luke. For some reason, I don't think he's still talking about his wife's mathematical prowess as his voice trails off. In fact, if I had not been paying closer attention, I would have noticed the change in him. The slight shift in his smile, from one that's tender to something wistful, like remembering a memory he has always been fond of but has often kept to himself. And with the fleeting glance of it, a tiny insignificant part of the world somehow also shifts. Opinions changing, impressions moving.
You know what? Why don't you ask Tia next time you have homework,
Okay, next time I'll ask her to help out.
See? No need to marry a good-for-nothing bloke.
He really is talking about himself. Damn it, Luke. Don't stop being right. Go back to saying things I disagree with.
Can I also tell her to not stay at home anymore? If Tia's good at it, I'm sure she can help you out too. And Papa. He computes a lot of numbers too. Tia can help him.
You go do that. I'm sure she'll love to hear it, Munchkin, even if it's been a while since.
Another silence from him, then without missing a beat, he turns Callie around and lightly pats her shoulder, and gestured to end the conversation right there and then. But here and there... What? Right here and there. That's... interesting phrasing. Probably before he could say other things he's never intended to say or a child is not meant to hear.
Alright, off you go first. I think I saw your friend run off to the other classroom. The one with the pigtails? Go say hi to her. You still have those jelly babies to give her, yes?
Alright! But wait for me, okay? I've got loads more to show you. They put up my drawing on the bulletin the other day. I'm gonna take you there later. I'll be back!
She soon disappears behind the small crowd, none the wiser to the sudden change in mood around her. Luke straightens as soon as she's gone. The expression on his face grows less kind now, and that there's no one to reassure. Despite that, a chuckle still escapes me. His head quickly snaps at me, an accusing glare clearing his eyes. I know it's less threatening now, considering what I've witnessed earlier. Funny how one person's impression of someone really can change with that minute detail.
Why are you laughing like that?
Don't mind me. I just saw something surprising today. Don't let it bother you.
Putting it like that won't make me any less inclined to ask. What is it, woman? If this is another one of your threats, I've already told you it isn't going to work on me.
Well, at least he used the woman again, so I can go back to hating on him for being a misogynist.
That good teacher act isn't going to fool anyone.
What makes you think it has to do with you? I could have just remembered something funny. Not everything in this world revolves around you, mister.
I am not daft, Daisy. It's on your face for all the world to see. Now, say it so we can be done with this stupid talk.
I let out another laugh, more to relay than to express any sort of amusement over the matter. In truth, I don't know where to start. One wrong move, one wrong word, and I might offend the man. He's jealous enough for that, even if what I'm about to say are just mere honest observations. I don't want to be nice to him. I don't want to be nice to him. I don't want to be nice to him. I don't want to blatantly compliment him, so we're going with this option.
You really think that?
It's an honest question. Because no matter how much I turn it around inside my head, the gap between the man sitting in front of me and the idea I have of him just won't connect. Okay, good, that was the negative option. This guy sucks. Yeah. The gesture will go a long way with him. Something in his demeanor tells me he's definitely not the kind of man who readily accepts such when they are given to him. Rather, he feels entitled to it from the get-go. As long as you're standing in front of him, he expects it to be there and demands for it when he cannot see it in you. And after all those insults we hurled at each other, I don't think it'll matter much to him if I point out the ugly truth or banish it to his face. As expected, it doesn't throw him off in the least, and he merely raises a questioning brow at me.
About what?
About what you told Kylie. And don't you think she's a bit too young for that kind of talk?
Kylie's 6, Daisy, not an infant who still needs help changing her nappy.
This sentiment is a terrible, terrible thing to say after you were accused of being... after you got mistaken for a predator. Like... Don't...
At her age, she can already handle more than that.
Can she? Can she? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. In fact, I know so. I'm a freaking psychosoon. I need to know this shit. No, a 6-year-old is not ready for this kind of talk. Their brains are not developed enough for this shit. They can't even handle, like, making proper decisions about what career they want to take, let alone talk about marriage. Like, no, she's not old enough for that. Shut up.
Besides, it's better to nip this whole thing at the bud. You know, before she starts thinking that a man's ego defines her self-worth. I certainly don't need someone else to define me. Why should any godchild of mine do?
Okay, he was talking about his wife. I guess it's kind of garbage down.
So, do I really think that? Yes. Yes, very much so. Why shouldn't I?
All right, I get it. I'm sorry. You just didn't seem the type to me.
I've been sentenced to end the conversation right there and somebody go my way. I no longer have any business here, and our deputy's principal's stories are more enticing the longer I stand here. With the manner Luke's almost ranting, I have a feeling this won't end if I say more. Though thinking about it, I should have left the second he has taken the box from me. Naturally, he doesn't get the hint.
The type. And what, pray tell, would my type be according to your standards, woman?
A sleazy cheater who sees the woman as nothing more than his playthings. Sorry, I was playing Minesweeper with my dad. Don't worry, you'll miss nothing but disgusting stuff.
The sort I'd happily bury alive.
Well, would you look at what's coming out of those pretty little lips? Watch the language, Daisy. You're supposed to be teaching children. What would ever happen to this nation?
You know what I mean.
Oh, and you somehow find that tidbit funny.
A little, I admit. That sort of wisdom is the last thing I expected to come from you. I mean, look at yourself. Pampered and pompous to the last hair. You've probably never been to this side of Luxbourne until a few days ago.
Daisy, just because I'm dressed miles better than the average bloke you see every day, doesn't mean I'm incapable of thinking on your level. Actually, I'm more surprised we aren't on the same page on this. I expected better from someone with enough balls to hit a random stranger with a bloody book. In public, mind you, someone my goddaughter looks up to even. Guess you can't have everything in this world,
Well, of course I'm...
Oh, I get it. Running on presupposed notions, aren't we? My, what a dangerous thing to practice for a teacher.
I don't like it when he has the upper hand. Please go back to hitting him in the balls.
It doesn't have anything to do with...
What is it this time, I wonder? Oh, wait, don't say it, let me guess. What do those random gossips in this bloody city usually say? Oh, right. You probably think I'd go with clingy, spoiled kind, didn't you?
What? Where does that... how did you even come to that conclusion?
Oh, don't lie to me now, Daisy. But just so we're clear, if I wanted an arm decor, I'd have gone with the first brainless munter I picked up on the streets.
Of course you would, buddy. Of course you would.
I have standards, you know.
I haven't even said a word. I was just asking what you thought of it.
Oh, but you were thinking about it or else you wouldn't have asked. Might as well get it out of the way,
You are impossible.
So they say. Tell me something I didn't know, Daisy.
You... I really have no idea how anyone with half a brain can put up with you.
So true.
Let me speak with your wife sometime. I'd love to ask her.
Oh, don't worry. You will get the opportunity tomorrow. The last remark just came out. There might be a sliver of truth in it, but I shouldn't have phrased it like that. Even for my own standards, for the kind of person I'm talking to, it's still quite rude. An apology is already on my throat, but the moment I open my mouth, all of what I've prepared myself to say dissipates, lost in the moment in front of me. He has turned his gaze outside, staring at some point past the buildings, blocking the view of the sky, equally lost in thoughts. He's a vexing man under so many standards, however in this moment, the morning light streaming from the window lends his features to a certain air. Softer, less severe than what he often flaunts. I might still be looking at a different man. Stop, go back to being an asshole. He is so overall negative that anytime he is showing even remotely a positive quality of a moment of freaking self-reflection, it just icks me even more. Like, I have no sympathy for this guy. He probably has karma 1 and crying about it. Oh, karma 1 is too generous. There's a tender note in his voice when he finds it, the words muttered under his breath, not intended for anyone but himself. Nevertheless, it reaches my ears, unintentional as it may be.
You're right. She deserves someone far better than me.
See, that's a fun sentiment and all, but if you actually gave even a single fucking fuck, you would try to improve yourself instead of just being the worst possible version of yourself and cheating on your wife constantly, drowning yourself in alcohol, treating, I don't know, minimum wage workers terribly. Just, if you were even half a decent person, you would not be making the problem even bigger in the way you are. Like, I have zero sympathy. So unnecessarily antagonistic, yeah. All that talk about self-worth makes some sense now. It isn't some profound knowledge he pulled out of his arse. It has come about because he's already been there, like he's still stuck in the middle of it. Preaching about your own personal experience is easier after all. Less room for mistakes, more for a dose of self-loathing. What a complicated man. Just when you thought you've already figured him out, he does one thing and says the other. People like him are the most difficult to gauge, far harder to understand. Yet it might be exactly for this reason why some are so easily charmed by him. It's the mystery that catches them, of wanting to figure out what's underneath. This is a typo. What's underneath that bravado? I would count myself among those, yet his winning personality isn't exactly my cup of tea. But sometimes, when you get a glimpse of what's beyond the machismo, empathizing with a man isn't such a steep hill to climb. If the comfortable silence we now share tells anything, that is. Perhaps this is as close to friendship as we can get, several insults flung around, with a few shared silences in between, and that's not exactly a bad thing. No! Stop being friends! Stop being friendly. Preach. Preach me, thank you. I mean, it's really not a hard conclusion to come to. He is not exactly a bad guy either, despite the awkward start we've had. Maybe it's for this reason that I can't resist throwing in a low comment to shift his mood before leaving him.
You know, Luke, you're not such a bad person.
No, don't be nice to him. Stop, Rebecca. You gained me so much. You made me like you so much more by being an asshole to him. And you're losing all of it with this single sentence. This single sentence is making my opinion of you go back into the freaking dumpster trash again. When she tried to get close to this guy, girl, run away. If only she could run away, but she's going to run into him tomorrow again. Oh boy.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? I'm touched, Daisy.
Take it how you will, but a little attitude change would help. A lot.
I mean, I do agree with her. I literally said the same thing. If he actually cared, he would be trying to change his attitude, but she is right, but also stop being nice to him. He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, bollocks. Right, of course. Let me know when you're done with your lecture, ma'am.
And you can probably start by not leaving your wife out while you're having some quality time with your goddaughter. Who knows? Maybe that'll help change how the child sees her.
Where did you even get the idea I'm leaving my wife out? Have you ever even met?
Actually, they have.
No, but I did see her with you two last time.
His indifferent expression quickly dissolves into a confused scowl, while I meet it with matching perplexity. Oh yeah, right, she didn't see the wave, she saw the ghost. It's only been 2 days, surely his memory isn't that bad.
What? When was this?
At the cafe, after you left. She was sitting right beside you. Kylie was at the back and you were driving.
Girl, that was the ghost.
Daisy, are you sure you haven't accidentally hit yourself with your own book? Because that damn thing's quite big. And I'm really getting worried about you. It has only been a few days and concussions can be dangerous. I suggest you have that checked.
Well, you asked. I just answered. It's pretty rude to make her wait like that, by the way.
How can I make her wait when she's not even with us?
What?
It was just Kylie and I that night.
Now you're just pulling my leg.
Luke exhales, stung and drown out, his impatience rapidly changing the companionable air around us in the face of it tight tense. I've accidentally stepped into another minefield. Any chat I've had with him so far has been like this. Why it still surprises me escapes me, but above my worries of offending the man is my own bewilderment. I remember well enough what I saw that night, yet he said something completely different.
Wifey was out with Kylie's mummy that night. She wasn't with us.
Her mom is definitely she's definitely the child of the freaking pregnant lady. Oh no, I was right. Oh, it's so true. I was right and I hate it.
How do you think I ended up on babysitting duty?
But in the front seat. And Kylie's...
Miss Pink!
Kylie's sobs reach my ears first, and then a familiar weight returns around my waist again. Hot tears seep through my blouse as she buries her face in it, her arms winding tightly around me. Luke and I briefly exchange worried glances, his own lips shut tight with concern. Our cries are soft enough to not attract attention. Most of the visitors have been ushered inside rooms by now anyway. Those that still linger, though, watch our little group with great interest and concern. If I don't get a better handle of the situation, I have a feeling Luke will start yelling at everyone soon. Leaning, I gently pull the girl away from me, cupping her face and wiping away her tears, creating little trails in her cheek. I melt this down her miserable pout when she peers up at me.
Alright, Kylie. Calm down. What happened?
It's my friend!
That's a little too vague, Munchkin.
Let her speak, Luke. Who is it, Kylie? Melody? Or was it the other one?
Yeah.
Did the two of you fight?
She nods, then immediately glances up after, letting herself communicate the story instead, or as much as her shaking shoulders can tell me. Okay, so first I want to just say I was wrong about Luke. Luke doesn't know the ghost is there. I think it's just Kylie that's weird and can see the ghost even though she's not supposed to. And I guess because he's babysitting her, she did have the chance to see the ghost. But yeah, that's interesting, alright. Right behind me, Luke gives a nervous huff while he shifts on his feet. He must not be used to handling children crying. What a wuss.
Sweetie, I won't be able to help you if you don't tell me what happened.
Seconds pass before she responds again. The tears are already gone when she finally musters the strength to talk, her cries subsiding to mere sniffles.
I wanted to give her the rest of the jelly babies, but she won't come out.
Well, yeah, she's a ghost. I don't think she has a use for gummies.
Where? Where is she?
In the little girl's room.
Is she still there?
Another
I
nod.
won't say what's wrong. I kept asking her, but she told me to go away. Career day's going to start soon. I saw the prizes Miss Alice will give us if we're good. She's gonna miss it.
Is that what you told her?
Yeah, she won't listen. She won't even take the jelly babies. After I saved it for her too. She and Luke wanted to eat the red ones, but I told him it's not for him. Miss Pink, can you talk to her? Tell her to come out. And I'm really upset with her.
Oh boy. Just a little childish argument then. No, girl, she's not talking about another little girl, she's talking about a freaking ghost. Times like this, I'm glad I teach teenagers mature enough for petty squabbles. I do love being around children, I won't mind having one or two of my own in the future, but it takes a whole different level of patience to teach several of them. I also admire my colleagues who willingly take the challenge. Normally, I'll leave this for the homeroom teachers to fix, but I can't just ignore the imploring look she shoots me. That's not their weakness I'll have to steel myself against before I ever think of having one of my own. For now, I give into it.
Okay,
Oh girl.
tell me where she is, sweetie.
Jump scare incoming. Sighing, I stand up and gesture for her to lead the way. Luke quietly trails behind us. Even with a small distance in between, his apprehension is palpable, understandably so. Oh, I wonder if this is... So, when we were playing, in whose perspective was it? I think it was Zachary's? So, we know that Rebecca, despite being very dismissive of the whole ghost story and not believing it, and thinking Isabella is just childish and crazy, she eventually comes around and starts actually cooperating, but we don't know why. Maybe this might be why she comes around, because she's already around by the time the party rolls around, which is in this timeline tomorrow. So she's probably gonna see the ghost and be like, okay, maybe my friend isn't crazy. Maybe there's actually a ghost that's weirdly enough friends with my freaking students. No one wants to be caught in the middle of a... Did I read that line? Even with the small distance in between, his apprehension is palpable, understandably so. No one wants to be caught in the middle of a children's spat. But in the end, this is all just part of my job. I can't just shy away from it, can I? Kylie escorts us to an adjacent hall. At this hour, the corridor and rooms lining inside are empty, save for the gentle rustling of leaves and twittering of birds outside, and the tapping of our foot against the floor. The whole area stays eerily quiet. Not unusual, though. This is the part of the building reserved for club activities at the end of the school day, and with the rest of the school busy with another event, it's only natural for this to be deserted. Come afternoon, right after class, it'll be once again filled with people. But for the time being, I focus on the toilets at the far end, heading straight for it. Of course the ghost is in the toilets. Of course the ghost is in the toilets. Are you even surprised? Of course the ghost is in the toilets. And of course Luke stays behind. Luke stays behind, opting to wait for the end of this drama instead, obviously not wanting to deal with another person's kid. And conveniently not there to see the ghost. Meanwhile, Kylie falls right after me, unusually silent as we approach the ladies' room. I'm going to sip my tea before I enter this room and accidentally knock it over my desk when I'm jump scared. balls. It's too hot. I'm just gonna have to push it far away, I guess, and hope I don't knock it over. Because I tend to be startled quite a lot. Sometime before we made the turn down the hallway, she just stopped sniffling and started singing a tune under her breath.
London Bridge is falling down.
Not this again. No, not the London Bridge.
London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Shut up. Probably to raise or calm herself, or maybe to serve while you're preparing to pull her friend out of her sulk. It certainly reminds me of another person. I make no remarks on it, however. It's all part of growing up, they say, let her learn. The door's slightly ajar when we get to it, and from the inside, the sobs of a girl echo weakly, barely audible even in this kind of hush. Ah yes, totally normal. Turns out Kylie's not the only one upset about this. Despite the situation, a smile forms on my lips as I call out to her friend. Oh boy, I'm stealing myself. It's probably going to be a quick time, so I'm going to be prepared.
Hello? Hello there?
Hands on the
You're
keyboard. Keep
Kylie's
your hands
friend,
on the
aren't you?
keyboard. Keep your hands on the keyboard. Even if there's a jump scare, I need to respond. But actually, I'm going to save real quick because I feel like there's a quick time. No, but I'm not gonna save scum anyway. But there's so a quick time coming up. But I know I'm gonna be jump scared and pull my hands away from the keyboard, which is not good.
Melody, is it? She's looking for you.
Children can be so amusing sometimes. Granted, they can be exasperating, especially around this age, but endearing things about them outweigh those. All you need is enough level of patience.
Career day's about to start, too. You'll have to come out, or you're going to be really late for it. Miss Alice won't be happy if one of her kids isn't there. I heard she brought little gifts for everyone who'll behave. Don't you want to receive one?
Well, I thought the ghost was called Takako. Why are they calling her Melody now? However, her cries show no bounds, so signs of abating, they only grow louder. Chad, can you give me some reassuring words? I'm a little bit spooked. I know I'm about to be spooked. Not close to a whale. Alarming, regardless.
Are you okay?
From where I'm standing, it sounds almost like she's in some kind of pain, and it's not impossible. They do that at times, hiding what ails them for fear of reprimands. Chad, please give me my reassurance. I need to be able to withstand the jump scare. If it's like that, coaxing her out might be useless. It might also make sense why she chose to do furthest from the classroom. Wasting no time, I gesture for Kylie to wait and amble towards the door, calmly so I don't alarm her. Damn it, Chad. Why are you not present right now of all times? At the same time, a distinct sense of deja vu hits me. I've been in this position before, behind a door with someone crying on the other side. My calls ignored as their cries grow into a wail. Just this past week, actually. Even so, being in the same situation doesn't bring any comfort. I'm putting up for the child beside me, in the thick undercurrent of worry trickling into my stomach. I take one last breath, then I nudge open the door. It all happens in the span of a second. Chad, please. Okay, focus. I want to close my eyes, but I can't. I'm gonna get her killed. I mean, I don't even care about Rebecca, man. I might as well just let her be killed. I don't make it past 2 steps into the room. And the cries abruptly stop. I'm stealing myself. I'm stealing myself. I'm stealing myself. I'm give me a second. I'm breaking up the nerve. It's so gonna be a jump scare. It's so gonna be a jump scare, and even though I know that it's gonna get me so bad. Light footsteps shuffle behind me, coming to a halt at the door. My heart skips a beat. And when I turn...
Kylie?
Oh, it's Kylie who's possessed again. Great. That's actually not a jump scare. I much prefer this over the freaking actual jump scare. I thought it was gonna be so much worse. I'll take this. I mean, it's probably still gonna jump scare me in a different way, but you know. Skinwalker, yes, this is actually not the first time we've seen this, by the way. There was a scene in Zachary's, because this game shifts perspectives between different characters. We started out with Isabella, then we did Hannah, who is Luke's wife, then we did Zachary, then we did Marianne, who is a raging lesbian. Then we did Rebecca. Now we're doing Rebecca. But yeah, in Zachary's perspective, there was a scene where he was sitting on a park bench and Kylie walked up to him, and he doesn't know Kylie, so he was just, I don't know, randomly chatting with a stranger in the park. And she was being so creepy, and then she turned into this weird ghostly version as well. So yeah, this is not the first time this has happened, which is why I'm not surprised. Anyways.
Miss Pink? Miss Pink? Why didn't you help her?
My whole body becomes motionless at the sight of her, words catching in my throat and heart pounding rapidly against my chest. This is Kylie, I'm sure of it. Yet nothing in the manner she speaks, or the way she tilts her head in question, carries the youthful, innocent vibe she always brings with her. As I'm merely looking at the dead, hollow imitation of the child.
Can't you hear her? She's asking for your help.
But it's not those that trigger a memory. It's those chilling eyes. Calling. Beckoning.
Why won't you listen to her?
Wait, I know she's seen the ghost before, and I know that she's calling back to it, but I forgot exactly what happened. Like, let me think for a second. Right. So... what happened? I forgot. Actually, maybe it's in the journal. Let me check the journal. There was that one in the back of the car, but I don't think that was similar to this. I don't know what she's talking about. Because she's saying it's giving her deja vu, but I don't know to what. Maybe it's because it's been so long, or maybe it's just something I haven't seen yet. I don't know. All at once, the memory returns to me. A tide that has receded and now returns to shore with an overwhelming force, carrying images of a single moment from days ago. Of the world passing by in a blur, and each I can barely discern under the little light there was. Not even a week has passed. In this minute, while I keep my eyes straight on the child before me, they return with such unbearable clarity. There are no horrid wounds this time, no blood streaming down a pale face, thank heavens. Just lips contoured into a small, twisted smile. They brim with venom I've never expected to see in a child, sending tiny pinpricks of dread crawling up my limbs and winding up my neck. Maybe it is about the car scene, where she almost crashed the car because she saw the freaking ghost in the backseat.
You're a bad person. People like you deserve to die.
I mean, I don't disagree. I do kind of dislike Rebecca, but not to the degree of making her want to die. I can't breathe. I flinched from just the screen going black. I'm such a freaking coward. Those whispers and laughs again. Judging, mocking, taunting. Each scathing word ringing sharp and true against my ears. My throat closes in. Oh, it's so gonna jump scare me, it's so gonna jump scare me, it's so gonna jump scare me, but I'm also gonna get a quick time and I need to focus. Making a horror game like this with quick times truly is the most evil thing they possibly could have done because I can't just look away. My whole body tenses. A chill setts at the tips of my fingers, every digit's gone rigid from the cold. While every single draw of breath, any struggle for air or freedom, the coals wrapped around my body tighten, dragging me down. A gradual, torturous descent into another bottomless abyss. It's so gonna be a quick time. On, and on, and on, until I lose touch with myself and the world.
Help me!
Until darkness claims me and... Unexpectedly, a note. In the distance, harsh and piercing, cutting through the thick supper and shattering the haze without warning.
Are you ladies done with your business here? I'll have all morning to wait for you two.
Luke, I hate your ass, but I will literally, I will forgive, like, a tenth. I will forgive a tenth of your shittiness and your sins if you come in here right now and spare me the jump scare. I will forgive a tenth of your sins. My eyes snap open, and the world shifts into place with a ragged gasp. When I glance up, a different set of eyes greet me.
Are you okay, Miss Pink?
No anger. No foul hatred in them. Just plain sincere concern. Bit by bit, I become aware of my surroundings and myself as warmth steadily slips back to me. I reached out for the nearby counter to steady myself at some point, and my knuckles have gone white from how precious my grip on it is. It's over now, yet the tension hasn't left my body. My heart still hammers hard against my chest in an erratic rhythm, and my breathing still comes in short, shallow bursts. Before me, Kylie fumbles with her hands, oddly unsure of what to do to an adult in what's probably a laughable state.
Did you get sick? I'll call Tio, okay? Stay here and don't move.
No need. Just...
I am genuinely shocked that they decided not to go for a jump scare and quick time event here.
Just leave me alone.
Tio will know how to fix you. Oh wait, okay?
I wish I could speak reassurances to her, but I can't shake it off. The dreaded stare, twisting at my insides in anticipation. Of what? I am no longer sure. Pushing myself off the counter, I break into a run, brushing off the anxious look Kylie gives me when I gently push her away on my way out, or the fur on Luke's brows when I stumble into him outside. Whatever they both saw on my face, I care not to know. Bloody hell, I don't even understand what's happening anymore. Genuinely shocked that it was not a jump scare. This game is baiting me, it's taunting me. Making me scared about nothing. The tremors continue long after the last of my classes have ended. Although none of my students have commented on it, I've got a few sharing anxious glances every time the pen slips from my hand or my shoulders tense whenever called. How unusual it must be for them to see the normally composed Miss Gales become a bundle of nerves. Even the most boisterous ones have given me less grief today. You think being on my 4th cup of tea would provide any sort of comfort? Well, don't I relate to that, Rebecca? I just have my tea just for the sake of solidarity. Or is it the 5th? Again, what does counting matter now? The fact that I can easily shake it off this time should tell me something. Last time this happened, I passed it off as some lapse in my part, after having been sick the week before.
And it is a natural conclusion.
Those are just stories, a centuries-old lore passed by the locals to keep children in line. What place doesn't have those? One of my Dawes books even went as far as to describe them as a strong part of Isabella's culture. Tree giants, women who feed and unborn children straight from another mother's womb. Or hell, there's even one story about a demon baby. All folklore that had never had a smidgen of truth in it, most probably to scare off the natives that there back in the old days. Much like every other one in every other place. The world is more universal than people care to think. But looking at it from where I'm standing now, after staring right into the eyes of that woman, after all the things I've been hearing and feeling, perhaps there's really more to that bloody letter than some awful Halloween prank. Okay, yeah, it is this event that's making her actually believe. But still, I'm shocked she didn't actually see the ghost. Like, she changed her mind so easily.
Perhaps Isabella's right all along.
No, really, maybe you could actually listen to her instead of just being a terrible friend. A terrible thing if true. Though that thought doesn't linger long, thankfully, so the ringing of my mobile takes my attention away from it. An unfamiliar name flashes before me once the screen lights up and my brows knit together. Marianne McCullough. Staring hard at the screen, I try to remember what I've entered this person on my contact list, when I've entered this person on my contact list. It takes me a moment, but when it clicks, my eyes zero on the book lying wide open on my table. Though not from the library almost a week ago, I met the woman there by sheer coincidence, a fellow history buff apparently. He wrote after the same book, but in the end she's given it to me under the condition that I call her once I'm done. To be honest, I've completely forgotten about it until now, and well, I haven't really taken a peek at it until today. Normally I'd be done with the whole volume of this size a few days after taking it out, about 1 or 2 depending on how busy I am, but finding a chance to sit down and read through it has been more difficult lately than I anticipated. One moment I'm busy simply grading worksheets, attending a movie premiere the next, and someone silly inviting me out for one reason or another. Days later, a friend stops showing up in her flat right after worrying reports pop up in the local news. There simply isn't enough time to breathe and get a grip on things. I have been flipping through the pages of that book moments ago, though never really reading anything and merely hoping for a distraction. To no avail. My phone gives out another ring. This time I do not hesitate to answer.
Marianne?
Hello! Here I was starting to wonder if it was a bad time to call. Is it?
No, not at all. I dismissed my last class a few minutes ago. I'm pretty much free for the rest of the afternoon.
Wait. I need to check something. Yeah, okay. The thing of Marianne, the thing where Marianne's story ends happens a day later than this. That's what I wanted to check, if it was the same day, but it's not, it's a day later.
Unless something comes up. Is this about last time? The book?
Not really. I was hoping to ask you about some other thing.
Oh, sure. What about?
You grew up in this city, didn't you?
That's a particular question to ask someone you've just met, but I answer her nevertheless. I'm more curious about where she's heading with this by starting with that.
Born and raised, 3rd generation migrant.
Wait, really? I thought she was actually Scottish. I love that she... This is very American of her. Like, like, her Scottish accent is so strong. Well, I mean, it's not that strong, but it's very present. And she refers to freaking British people as, those British. Like, as she is 3rd generation immigrant, like, girl, that's very, very American of you. I know she's not American, but that's the kind of thing I'd expect from an American.
Why do you ask?
So, you must be familiar with the local lore. The, stories?
Quite. If I'm going to teach about history, I'd like to think I am, yeah? But a family friend would be a better person to ask. If you want, I can contact him for you.
No, let's just keep this thing between us, okay? It's nothing too big. Alright, I really don't know how else to put this without sounding a bit crazy. But things have been really, odd. Do you remember the mansion I mentioned back when we met? My current project?
In hindsight, I should have expected it'll lead to this. She must not have lived here long if she's just asking about this now. It didn't take a week with Isabella when she arrived, but that's Isabella, superstitious down to the last hair. Though it won't be too far off to think Marianne has only started thinking about this recently. I just heard someone walking in my house, which is terrifying when you're playing a ghost game. She's working on the damn house itself. I must admit, even I'm curious now, despite living here for so many years and having so many chances to look it up before.
The Ermengarde mansion, yes?
Yes, that one. And, the thing is... Oh dear, this is a bad idea. You know what? Just forget I ever called you about this. It must have been the sunny weather. It's making me sick and see stupid things.
See things?
No, wait. It's alright, I don't mind.
There's a moment's pause before she responds again. She's right in that this is a silly thing to talk about, especially between what I assume two people who are pretty grounded on their beliefs with regards to these things. I don't blame her if she hesitates.
I can't believe I'm asking you about this.
It's fine. Why don't you just think of it as some form of research?
Well, alright. But after this, we're going to forget we ever
I return and have
talk.
steak and potato curry and the whole coconut. Kirky, you missed the scary part. I asked for Chad's reassurance, but there was no one there to give it, and so I had to suffer through the spooky. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I thought they were gonna jump scare me, but they didn't. They just had the child be possessed again instead, but there was no Chad to reassure me. It was very sad. But yeah, enjoy your whole coconut.
My lips will be sealed. Now, what is it about the mansion?
Sorry, you don't have to apologize. It was just me being terrified like a coward I am.
Just, what do you know about it? The general gist. The place's past. What happened to the owners? Anything you can give me.
Let's see. To start off,
I do my best to give her a concise summary from the time the house was commissioned 400 years ago and who had it built, up to the point it got deserted after the last heir's death, and the deed was passed on to the Ermengarde's nearest relatives. Frankly, if it weren't for those urban legends persisting, the house would have already faded into obscurity long ago. Demolished, even. These are all nothing she probably hasn't heard of before, yet there's dissatisfaction in her tone once I finish.
That's all there really is to it?
as far as I know. There's this little bit I forgot to mention about Lady Charlotte Ermengarde's death, but most of those are just theories. Aside from that, this is really everything we've been teaching all these years. Should there be anything more?
No mention of any other weird stuff? Other crazy stories? Or a letter of some sort?
My blood runs cold. Any warmth and comfort the tea I've drank has given me prior has instantly been drained out of me. The phone creaks softly as my light hold on it turns into a firm grip. This old leather bullshit is starting to turn into more than a coincidence.
None that I've heard or read of. What does a letter have to do with this?
Oh, no. It was just something I came across. Ignore it. Random thoughts, you know? By the way, I need to run. Thanks for answering my questions.
She ends the call abruptly with only a clip goodbye, leaving my mind heavy with even more thoughts. The mood around my classroom had gotten considerably denser in light of what little I've gleaned from that conversation. I don't think Marianne's lying about her intent. Her interest is genuine. I'd give her that, but she's left a lot of things out. I can assume she only asked because something's happening around her too, and if she's mentioning the letter, I probably wouldn't have made the connection. If she hadn't mentioned that letter, This is not correct spelling, but whatever, I'm used to it by now. This game has some typos. If she hadn't mentioned the letter, I probably wouldn't have made the connection.
Just what the hell did we get ourselves into?
Of course, there's still a lot of confusing details in this. All these are just assumptions. No concrete conclusion can be formed of what we have. And if you want to find out what we're really dealing with, I think Marianne's right. There might be something more to those stories. As absurd as it sounds, the very place that gives the letter might tell us something beyond what we know. And tomorrow night, I have a few hours of chance at that housewarming party. Totally not an exciting thought. Since the place is privately owned now, I can't just wander around. That's enough reason to keep the dread at bay as I step out of the room ready to put an end to this day. However, all those good vibes disappear into thin air when I run headfirst in the look. There's really something in this man. Regardless of how much my opinion of him has changed over the span of a few hours, he simply blasts through every good impression that people have of him without care or thought. He doesn't even need to open his mouth, his mere presence does it. In all honesty, I think he's the kind of guy only a mother can love.
You're still here?
Obviously. Who do you think's standing in front of you?
An ass.
Valid response.
Oh, come on, Daisy. You've done better than that. Losing your touch?
Luke, I don't have time for this. I'm heading home, and your face is the last thing I want to see before I leave. What do you want?
Belatedly, I notice his hand. Barely raised, almost poised for a knock. A slight lift of an eyebrow, he creepily drops it to his side and turns to Kylie. She's standing a few steps away from him, holding her hands behind her back and towing at something on the floor with the tip of her shoe. Then he proceeds to make a vague gesture to me and the child. He resembles a fish flopping for air with the way he's moving his arms, though I think he's trying to urge her to speak up.
Munchkin, I thought you wanted to tell her something.
You do it, Tio.
This wasn't my idea, darling.
Don't worry. I won't tell Tia what you told me the other day. And this morning.
Oh, that's concerning. Luke exhales, rolling his eyes at the ceiling and maybe praying for the universe to grant him more patience. He knows a losing battle when he sees one. He may act worse than a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum at times, but he's no match for an actual child. Nothing better than being served a dose of his own medicine, huh? Once his frustration has been promptly let out, he points a rude finger at me. I do my best to stare at the offending digit down, but I can already hear the demand before it's even out of my lips.
You, come with us.
What makes you think I will?
Because little Rugrat here is upset and worried, and it's your bloody fault. I've no idea what happened this morning, but if you don't come with us, I won't be hearing the end of it from her. So do me a favor, Daisy, and just be glad I'm inviting you.
You're asking for a favor, and you can't be bothered to be polite? I don't know. It's been a really busy day for me. I kind of miss my couch.
Daisy, you just say yes.
A pause follows, almost too dramatic. Afterwards, his face twists into something between a grimace and a smile. As it happens, he appears like he's in a lot of physical pain. You'd think the man is getting an aneurysm by simply being polite. He is just being an asshole is in his very freaking DNA. He's defying his own freaking nature to be polite.
Please?
Tio said it'll be his treat.
What? I said no such thing, Munchkin. I only agreed to this because you requested it. I'm under no obligation to feed her.
I promise we'll be quiet the next time I visit.
Oh, all right, but just one meal and make it the cheapest.
You cheapskate, you're a gazillionaire. He and Ashton will get along famously on that department. Honestly, I haven't seen him and Ashton interact, but I am so curious how terrible it could possibly go. Either for the front, the offer of free dining does sound enticing, however half-heartedly given it is. Mostly because Kylie has widely put on her puppy eyes, and by the second I find all my choices slipping away from me.
See, Miss Pink? It'll be fun! You don't have to feel sad anymore, okay?
Oh, well,
My mobile buzzes from my pocket, cutting me mid-sentence, and for a second I'm spared from the act of giving an answer I'll regret either way. Wishing to catch it out, I wave a hand at him and excuse myself. A disgruntled expression is on Luke's face before I turn away. I'm playing if I said it didn't amuse me. He's as eager to be done with this as I am, but what can I do? Checking, a message from Ashton shows up. Hey Becca, I'll be around Salamo this evening. Need to meet someone in the area. I might have to drop by yours and Isabella's place after Sia. Oh, just the usual. Unlike what he does with Zachary, Ashton has the decency to let us know when he's dropping by or he's in the area for some business. From the way it's phrased, it sounds to be a ladder. Either way, I'm glad he's at least aware of that boundary. Not that Isabella's ever going to leave him. Let him leave the building unscathed if he ever pulls the same stunt he does with the other man. I can just imagine what she'll do to him. So I'm gonna slip the gadget back into my pocket. Looking up to see Luke's utter impatience on his face, I now face a different dilemma. The two of them are still waiting, and knowing the kind of person Luke is, this is already a grand gesture of goodwill coming from him. Otto please his godchild. As an idol's aside, it's easy to tell he's really fond of Kylie from his actions alone. I kinda hate to ruin that.
Well, Daisy, we're waiting here.
On the other hand, there's Ash. As much doesn't exactly imply he's going to wait or he's expecting me to be there. But there are matters I hope to discuss with him in person, to put it simply. Housewarming party matters. With the fighting as well out of the question, I only have Zachary and Ashton. Although the format's already made it clear he'll be busy this week. Well, Ashton has been my first choice from the start. Everybody detests attending gatherings like this. It's company that counts, we can be miserable together. But that's the problem, isn't it? He hates them, and it's very likely his answer will be a flat no. I'd rather not hear that. If by some miracle he agrees that, he'll probably be sulking the whole party. That's really a tough choice when you put it like that, still. So here's the thing. I really hate her obsession with Ashton, so I'm going to make her not be focused on him. I'm going to stomp that freaking relationship while I have the chance. But it does mean going with Luke. But like you know what? I'm sending Luke to deal with her because that's not even in his favor. It's in his favor to just be able to go home and get rest, but no, he's gonna have to deal with Rebecca for the rest of the day now. So we're going with him. And yeah, it's my own fullness for Kylie that wins out. Chances are I only have to ensure it. Oh no, that's gonna. No, I don't want it to be positive. Chances are I'll only have to ensure his presence for an hour or so. If it lasts more than that, I can make up an excuse. It's only a call for a friend. There's things to work on. It doesn't seem so bad when I think of the pros and cons. At best it'll be a quiet dinner. At worst it'll be an awkward affair we're both eager to get rid of. I'm leaning more on the latter happening, hoping for the former of course.
Okay, but only because Kylie asked.
Kaylee's face instantly lights up. For the third time today, she tackles me into a hug before pulling away and dragging me by the hand towards the building's exit.
That's alright. I'm sure Tio doesn't mind. He let me pick where we're going to eat. Don't worry, it's just close.
Luke follows closely behind and perhaps has some desire to keep the dead air away. I can't resist throwing in a question.
Keep your distance. You better not do anything funny, you hear?
I'm the one who should keep my distance. May I remind you who approached me first and what you did right after?
Oh, I remember it clearly. But perhaps it's you who needs a reminder.
Go ahead, kick him again.
You seem to have never learned your lesson. Care we give it another try?
Kick him again.
Maybe this time it'll stick.
Maybe this time it'll stick.
Wow, he is so freaking childish, dude.
You think you're scary? I'll show you what's scaring.
Okay, edgelord. Okay, edgelord. Okay, edgelord. Okay, edgelord. To my surprise, his tone lacks the usual sardonic note in it, and briefly I pause to stare at him. He quickly shuts his mouth right after and walks ahead of us. I'll talk and no transfers like the usual, and for the better part of our walk, except for Kylie's excited chatter, we don't speak. Somehow, I have this strange feeling I'm already getting used to kind of bender with him. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. And I miss this newfound friendship. Don't call it friendship. I don't want to be friends with him. I miss this newfound friendship, dare I call it that. I should mention the lace forgotten and abandoned in my pocket. It's for the best. It's for the best. It's for the best. It's for the best. She needs to let Ashton go. The jealousy is making her the worst version of herself. At least, as much as Luke sucks, at least she's her best version when she's with him, as opposed to her being a terrible jealous mess when she's with Ashton. This is for her personal betterment. Don't call it a dinner date. No, I'm accidentally giving Luke another freaking side babe, and I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not why I chose this option. Of all the places nearest to the school, Kelly picks this one and waiting for the food to be served is as awkward as I've imagined it would be. Not the bad sort though, a pleasant kind. Surprisingly, Luke's an okay bloke when he tries. As long as you're willing to look past the tactless remarks and we're not exchanging acerbic quips. It's clear he's making an effort for this to be as fun as possible for the 6-year-old by being chattier, even going as far as to laugh when Kylie's story calls for it. It's interesting to hear from the man, but at once I catch his freaking cheesed off expression easing whenever he looks at the girl.
And your friend? Did you make up with her?
Yep. She said she just saw something she didn't like. She didn't accept the jellies, though. She told me to give it to you instead. She knows you like the red ones, too.
Very well. Hand it to me later. I'll bring. I think your Tia would love to have some.
What a terrible liar. Once Kylie wanders to the nearby bookshelf after having lost interest in the conversation, however, most revert back to silence. On our own, we have little to talk about aside from a few questions about the other here and there. At one point, it does veer on local politics and history. It surprises me first with it that he can hold a decent conversation without throwing a jibe. Nothing too personal is ever mentioned so far though, it's too early for those, and besides, I don't like him enough to speak of every minute detail of my life. Better keep it strictly between the silence and the casual repartee. This whole thing already looks and feels wrong on so many levels. I'm quite sure he feels the same. Don't worry, so do I. I think this is not what I meant by this, and I don't like it. I don't want to be friendly. So when another bout of silence sets us and becomes too much, I've taken to finding something else to occupy myself. Toying with my mobile, turning it from hand to hand while we wait for our respective meals. But it'll be a complete lie if I say I'm not waiting for some intervention. Something to pull me away from this place. Someone. Ashton's probably at Salamol by this time working on whatever business he has there. Maybe if I make up an excuse and leave now, I can still catch him. Girl, the whole point of me sending you here is to make you not think about Ashton.
Cut that out, it's distracting.
My hand stills, holding the gadget awkwardly between us, ever since we'd passed by his poor tone. He's been quiet for a long minute now after complaining about how appalling the tea they're serving here is. Before that, he has whined about how uncomfortable his chair is and the tasteless the decorations they have here. Previous to that, he has griped about how dull the place is compared to the one he frequents on the upper class side of the city. Well, I'm sorry for being a bunch of peasants, your majesty. Baker's gonna lose patience soon, having already grumbled about almost everything his eyes can reach. It's just unfortunate he's turned to me now.
Why don't you just look somewhere else?
I can't. If I turn elsewhere, I might end up looking at the bobfuck right behind us.
The what? Also, why are you throwing up? But what the freak is a bobfuck? What is a bobfuck? A slang term for a person, usually a woman, does sometimes apply to men who has an attractive, fit body but an unattractive face. What? What the fuck? What the fuck even is? Why is this a word? Why is that a word? What the fuck, Luke? Why is that a word?
Bobfuck.
Thank you, Rebecca, for also not knowing what that is.
Do I even want to ask?
No, you don't. 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 I'm just glad it wasn't a racial slur. I was scared for a second. I don't want to hear it. If it's coming out of his mouth, it can only be either rude or offensive. Regardless, he continues.
Everything looks good. But have you seen the face?
Luke, I want to punch you so bad. I want to punch you so bad. Punch this guy in the face, please.
True horror.
What is wrong with you? You know, I frown about this in practice, but that mouth needs to be washed out with a particularly potent soap. Preferably by your own mum.
A shame she isn't here,
For whatever reason, that doesn't answer the talk right away. He returns to watching his godchild. Well, I found a particularly interesting picture book and it's not pouring off it while I turn back to my mobile. Still no message. Would it kill him to at least send a message check if we're ever home? Mule Luke silence lasts all but 10 seconds.
What is it with the damn mobile? Are you on a curfew?
He's got the immature act down pat, I'll give him that. Seriously, how old is this guy? Has he somehow been deprived of affection during childhood? Damn, really saying this guy must have some kind of mommy issues, daddy issues, some kind of issues.
And what is it to you? I don't think it's any of your
Never
business
hugged
what
as
I
a
do
child.
with it.
It is my business, alright? 1, I'm the one paying here. 2, I'm being forced to eat dinner in a place this stuffed and noisy. Lastly, it's been 10 minutes, the food isn't here, and I'm hungry. What you're doing with the mobile is annoying and distracting, when the least you could do is keep things entertaining while I suffer.
That's your problem? Shouldn't you be more worried about how this entire affair looks to other people?
Oh, I didn't realize this was one. You move fast, Daisy. You could have informed me first, you know.
I made the wrong choice. I made the wrong choice. I should have just sent her home. Obsession with Ash to be damned. I should have just sent her home. I should have sent her home. This was a terrible idea.
Had I known, I would have taken you someplace nicer. Certainly the kind with better food and plenty of good wine.
Just gotta turn the wine in there.
Why did I ever think this was a good idea? Did it ever occur to you how inappropriate this might look to everyone?
Why should I care? It's only inappropriate if you make it out to be.
Of course that's his response. Of course that's his response.
Relax. I won't do anything to make your boyfriend angry. He doesn't even need to know we dined out. It'll be our dirty little secret.
I hate this.
He's not my boyfriend!
The words come out as a more force than I've intended. By the time I realize my step up, his lips are already spread in a sneer. Punch him, slap him. You're so right, you're so right, you're so right. He slowly crawls up my face.
Oh, so there is someone. You're so easy to read.
Briefly, his eyes search my face. I have no idea what he sees, nor do I care to know, but in the next second he bursts out a laugh, displaying his amusement without reserve to everyone within earshot. In a moment, I know I've flipped the switch on him somewhere and I've lost my chance to deny his assumptions. Do I even want to? That's the reason why I've been so focused on my mobile, waiting for another message from him. For another reason to stop this awkward meeting to go after him.
Look how mottled you are. Now the nickname makes more sense. Shy Miss Pink and her cute little crush.
I hate, shut up, stop being such a douche. Yeah. It's draining the energy out of me, man. Go punch him again, that'll cheer me right back up.
The color suits you, by the way. It matches the hair.
It's not a crush!
Classic denial. But in reality, you want him to be yours, and your every move is made to make him notice you. In fact, you don't want him to see you with another man in a non-professional capacity, because he might misinterpret it.
The same thing goes for you, doesn't it? Bloody, yours is even worse. What about your wife? Aren't you concerned she might misinterpret this?
Girl, his wife has seen this a million times already. This is just the usual for her now.
Daisy, just because we tied the knot doesn't mean we have to be joined at the hip at every single opportunity.
I don't think you know. I mean, in theory, that is correct, but he's taking this way too far. He is taking this and running with it way too far.
Don't be ridiculous. Why else would you marry her if you don't want to be with her for the rest of your lives?
Because, Daisy, she also has other things she can do with her life and friends to spend time with. Granted, I don't like some of them, and I have a few of my own she utterly dislikes. But wifey doesn't have to know my every move. Nor do I hers. Do you know how boring that would be? To be with the same person for all hours of the day. Losing sleep over the mere fact they're not with you? Or putting everything you have aside to please them? To have your whole world revolve around one person?
I hate that he almost has a point, but like, he has a point in theory, but in practice he is not right. And he has taken a right statement and twisted it into something disgusting. Like, stop doing that, please. Stop, shut up already. Yeah, it's just a...
Aren't you just mistaking that for something else? Unlike you, there are other people here who don't share the same jaded outlook you have.
And you, my dear, are unexpectedly naive.
What's so naive about it? If you love each other, wouldn't you want to always see them, be with them, to have them focus solely on you? Maybe you haven't been loved enough.
Oh, it's that kind of thing for you, isn't it? The love is eternal, love is a strong emotion shite. A starry-eyed girl pining for her dashing Prince Charming? What's next? Romantic confessions of love? A grand wedding on the beach? Dozens of spawns running around in some picturesque home in the suburbs? How quaint. Are you also expecting it's going to be sunshine and rainbows after? A happily ever after? Please.
What? I never once said... And is all of that such a bad thing to hope for?
Woman, I've been married for 7 years, and I'm telling you, it's far from what you have in your pretty red head. Tell me, how long has this song and dance been going for you and your man? Maybe I am mistaken.
That would, oh god, he's making her fess up about the fact that she's been yearning after this stupid guy since she was in kindergarten. Rebecca, why are you doing this to yourself? Don't give Luke something that he's actually right on. Averting my eyes from him has always managed to deal. What does this mere 7 years have compared to the 17 I've had with Ash? It's laughable he thinks those two things are even comparable. Ash and I may have never moved past the boundaries of friendship like what I'm hoping for years, but what we have isn't something anyone can scoff at. Girl, you're so delulu. I've always been by his side, endured everything with him. I know him better than anyone. No matter what this man, this complete stranger says, I know there will always be a place for me besides him. And yet... And yet...
Come on, Daisy, that shouldn't be too hard. 3, 5, 8, 10, 20...
Its words easily seep into my heart like sharp daggers, gradually picking apart everything I've ever been sure of. Despite myself, the doubts resurface and my defenses crumble right in front of my eyes. It's no wonder he sees through me, and as expected, he ridicules it. Restrained, low and rumbling, a sharp sound striking the air around us amidst the murmur of people and soft notes of the music playing over our heads. My shoulders shake when his mirth becomes too much for even him. He reaches up a hand and passes it over his face as if to hold physically close to him.
Bloody bullocks, this is just brilliant! Oh, mother, why do I always keep running into these things? This day couldn't get any better!
I should have never entertained him. I should have never entertained him. I should have never entertained him.
I think I'm gonna need a stiff drink after this.
He results into another peal of laughter, but when it subsides, what he has for me are mere words. Scathing each of them. The urge to run from here has never been this strong.
Is everything you said how you plan to act? If that man of yours ever ends up with you? Cling to him? Put him on a bloody pedestal? Let him become the center of your universe? Although with how long this seems to be going on, I think you've already done so. Marriage will just be icing on the top.
I hate that he has a point.
Like some sort of reward for you, isn't it? For being a good, patient, loyal little girl all this time. Never looking at another man.
Those words are so disgusting come out of his mouth. It makes my spine chill in the worst way possible. Disgusting, 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 disgusting.
He must have been having a grand time with someone pining over him this long. I'm a little envious, to be honest.
I'm leaving. I can't take this anymore. Wait, stay. I promise you. Once this stupid day is over, I'm ending the stream. Please just hang on for a couple more minutes, please. This is pissing me off. It is pissing me off as well.
Maybe also a little surprised he hasn't suffocated from all your attention yet.
Laugh all about it if you want. It's not like you'll ever understand.
Luke falls silent. The ridicule in him is gone in that instant, and his eyes meet mine, sharp and imposing. I challenge, but hold it against him with the same intensity, because if there's something I won't let his opinion trample on, it's this. What does he know? However, he's the first one to look away, looking his eyes back to where Kylie is, and for a moment I believe I've won. Until he draws in a breath and turns back to me. The words he drops next, though hushed, hang heavily in the distance between us.
You're right. I won't. But I do know not to mistake love for obsession, woman. They are not the same thing.
Stop having a point. You're too if you were even remotely normal, a good face, your stupid sentiments in a normal way, then it would be okay, but no, you have to turn everything disgusting even when it's technically correct, and I hate it. I can't take it, be release me. No, you have to suffer with me. I'm so sorry, but you just have to. I said it, you're the punching bag here. You gotta stay. It rattles. Out of everything he said tonight, this is the one thing that twinges my heart. Maybe it's in the manner he delivers it, the lack of conceit in his posture, or an underlying insult in the tone he takes. The remark is not meant to cut, merely to express a simple truth. This time, it's him who holds his gaze against mine. Another unspoken challenge, and I realize that if this happened minutes before, I'd already have an equally searing retort at the tip of my tongue. There's none, but the anger is there, wringing at my insides, prodding at the uncertainties I've long kept. Isn't it enough? We have long years we've been together. We have memories. When he needs me, although other people came in between us, I've always been the one there. That dedication and loyalty should mean something, shouldn't it? I've always been sure of it, and that one day he'll see it for what it is. In spite of that, in this minute, under this man's scrutiny, my own heart wavers. Now I struggle to find the words. So I don't want her to stay obsessed, so I'm gonna have to pick this option. I hate agreeing with Luke, but I want her relationship with Ash to stop, so I have to. However, those are for me to ponder on. This ours doesn't need to hear them, and neither is he entitled to them just because he dished out some profound-sounding life wisdom no one asked for. So I look away, hoping my own silence would be enough of an answer for him. And it is for a moment. Up until born, fierce tears sparkle behind my eyes, stinging, begging for release, along with every frustration this dumb talk has built up in me. All because of this man. I hate him. I hate the fact that he has to be the one to see me in this sorry state. I'm already expecting a third part from him when his expression shifts. This rock is pissing me off. Don't worry, Carol, you're not the only person pissed off today. Except he panics. In the span of 3 seconds, his expression changes from indifferent to concerned, the utter panic. It'd probably have been funny if I weren't so irked by the sight of his What does that mean? What the can this game stop using words? I don't know. Scottish English, meaning stupid, foolish, or thoughtless. This galike bastard.
Hey, are you crying? Are you going to cry?
Are you crying?
Stop that right now, woman, or I'll...
Will you shut up?
He glanced up almost before I could finish. Whether this is due to the sun, force of my voice, or how I look, I pretend not to think of it. It seems to be a tear caught in headlights, but the man is making himself smaller in his seat. It's your baby crying. Wait. I don't know if it will work. It didn't work last time, which is tragic, but maybe. Give me a second. Give me a second. Does it work when I do this? Oh wait, no, I don't have the beginning part. That's so tragic. I can't play the soundbite because the one we have in Discord is only the latter part. That's so sad. I can't play it. Is your baby crying? I'll make them stop. I couldn't find goals, so I decided to play tomorrow. Today, but in the morning. Fair enough. Geralt, save me. What's wrong? Maybe it's surface Kriggy. I'm keeping Kriggy hostage. He's so done with this guy, but I'm telling him he has to stay until the end of the stream. But I'm still pissed. I'm tired. If I can't punch him, I can at least scream at him.
You're an annoying bag of dick, you know that?
Not in front of the child, but it is true.
If I hear another word from you, I'm sewing that bloody mouth shut myself!
That's the Rebecca we know. Hell yeah, pop off, girl. It does do the trick. Not to the effect of hope, but the moment I snapped at him, the sting at the back of my eyes melts away, and a strange calm overcomes me. A fragile thing, one found in the middle of a busy coffee shop. Nevertheless, it's appreciated considering it doesn't last, immediately broken by the very person that put me in a state with a few awkward pats to my shoulder. Done twice, thrice, and another. Until my patience runs out again, I'm pulling the bug from my bag, raising it threateningly over his head. It'll surely tend his skull if I slam it down at this height. Yes, punch him again. Break his skull open, please. It makes everything feel so much better. It really does relieve all the stress we need. This guy's pissing me off, yeah. Cheer him on. I will crush you. Part of me wants to say that, but I restrain myself. He has the good sense to recoil, though. Surely he swings back into his seat and waves his hand in front of him in a gesture of surrender. Oh, I wish there was a CG image of that. I wish there was an illustration. I want to see this guy just terrified.
Watch that book, woman! I already warned you about your little threats. You don't want to see my brand of angry!
Then keep your hands to yourself!
Alright, that's it. People these days. I swear you treat them nicely and this is where it gets me.
Shut up.
You're the last person I'd ever want to comfort me. Even if we're the only 2 remaining people on Earth. Don't flatter yourself.
Okay, have it your way, Daisy.
And stop calling me Daisy! I have a name, you know!
In all fairness, I don't want to advocate for Luke, but in all fairness, you have never, not once, told him your name, so he has no way to know. He mutters something inaudible under his breath, although afterwards he doesn't say anything further. For the next minute, he simply contents himself with making a mess out of the paper napkins, folding them into clean shapes without any clear intent, before crumbling them in his hand when he loses interest and dumping them in a small pile in front of him. A waiter serves our meal soon enough and Kelly makes her way back to her table. Before I can take a single bite, he mutters something. The words spoken in the same tone he's used since morning, under his breath, whatever he's honest, the honest part of himself was show. Despite my rather confusing opinion on the man, I stop short of shoving food in my mouth to look at him. His eyes are in the food as he speaks, busying himself with cutting a portion of meat on his plate. But what comes out of him only rings true against my ears above the din of the coffee house.
For what it's worth, Rebecca, I didn't ever think that's all there is to you.
How does he know her name? How does he know her name? I have no clue how he knows her name. She never mentioned her name. I don't know how he knows her name. Maybe he background checked her.
Why else would I leave my own goddaughter in your care if you're just some lovesick woman?
I don't like this. Stop being stop. Don't become genuine friends. That's not why I'm here. He spears a piece of his food, pops it in his mouth, and that's it. One whole day with this man, I still can't figure out what his deal is. But for what it's worth as well, I don't think he's entirely bad guy. I do think he's bad guy. I think he's all bad guy. Their silver meal slips by in silence afterwards. Aside from Kylie's occasional chatter, the whole dinner goes by without another weird exchange between the two of us. He has a hateable voice. If you think his voice is the most hateable thing about him, you haven't seen anything. He is racist and alcoholic, treats workers badly, is freaking misogynistic, cheats on his wife. What else is there? Just everything, just everything. I haven't seen anything, you really haven't. I mean, we kicked him in the nuts earlier, at least that made things better. Somehow he managed to make it through the whole thing without triggering another tension-riddled conversation. A good thing, perhaps. Alcoholic sounds good to me, others not so much. Garo, what the freak? He called her homie Zachary the N-word, he sure did. It was disgusting. One, because Kelly is sitting in front of us, and two, I probably wouldn't be able to hold a proper conversation with my mind heavy with thoughts. We depart from the coffee house just as the evening crowd starts to thin out. The same wordless silence fuels our short walk back to the school. Oh, that's not nice. You shouldn't do that, Garo. That is an understatement. That is a very big understatement. Except for when Luke gestures at a nearby flower shop and exits without waiting for Kylie and I. He emerges minutes later, carrying a bouquet of daffodils, with the same softened expression back on his face. Unlike the previous ones, he tucks this one away almost as soon as he looks at us, a moment he's not willing to share. In my confusion, he merely answers with a shrug and continues walking.
For someone important.
I accept it for what it is, if only because he doesn't owe me an explanation. It does leave more questions about him, each one as baffling as the previous ones. There are less words spoken this evening before we had our own ways. Up until I arrive home, I still can't understand him. Here, however, a whole different set of questions awaits me. And much like everything today, it comes with a littlest of things. A low note greets me upon reaching my unit's door. It starts to flutter lightly against the faint warm breeze passing through the small complex. My hand stops short of twisting the knob as I stare at it, though I don't make any moves to take it. Ashen neat script lines its surface. Dropped by earlier, you weren't around, and ideas where scaredy cat is. I couldn't contact her. Inspector Abigail has a few questions. LPD stuff. Something about her dead co-workers. Anyways, let me know how the two of you have been doing. I'll see you later. Ash. Winky face with star emoji. The message he left, short and straight to the point, but not without the underlying hint of friendship. He's looking for Isabella, apparently. Something about LPD's investigation of her co-worker's death, but ends it in a formal tone by checking on me. Us. Any other day, the former part of his message will likely prowl at the piercing envy I've been holding, while latter will probably send my heart aflutter. Little things from him, I want to mean something more. Yet this time, only guilt fills me, and my eyes briefly shift towards Isabella's empty unit. Luke's words repeat inside my head as I do so.
For what it's worth, Rebecca, I didn't ever think that's all there is to you. Why else would I leave my own goddaughter in your care if you're just some lovesick woman?
Have I always been like this?
This selfish, In truth, I've intended to call Ash after that dinner. If I didn't catch him here, invite him to the party like I've planned. There's time, but he's probably still awake around this hour. But my hands won't move, and perhaps it is for the better. Although by the time I think this through, it'll be best to distance myself from those I've been clinging tightly to. See, listen, guys. I did not want to hang out with Luke. I did not want to hang out with Luke. But this had to happen. This had to happen. We had to do something about their freaking... the Lulu nature. I'll find a different perspective and see things for what they are. With a soft sigh, I reach for the note and crumple it under my hand. The note was open with much ease when I entered this time. Maybe after some introspection it'll be easier. For tomorrow, I have that woman and that man shit to worry about. I have a feeling something bad is going to happen when we enter the room, so I'm going to end it right here, right now. Because I don't want to deal with another jump scare, because I'm not feeling up to it. Shockingly a little scary this time. I mean, I guess there was the locker, but that was mid. And there was, what? Callie being possessed, but that was also mid. Shockingly a little scares this time. But yes, I think it's good like this. I think it's alright. Alright. It was nice to get back to this. My weekly soap opera. With the hint of freaking weekly soap opera with the hint of freaking horror in it. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so sorry, Cookie, for making you suffer through that, but I did keep my word, it wasn't that much longer. I hate that. Yeah, it was terrible. Luke is just the worst. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Tomorrow I will be streaming Kiss Off. I'll also have a collab stream for Sunday, that'll be fun. I think I'm gonna stream my own perspective. I think so, I do think so. But yeah. Bye bye folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't really have anything to comment today. Except I don't know. No, I don't even have anything to comment today. Just, I don't know, bye bye, I guess. Bye bye. Actually, let's see if there's someone to raid. On Twitch. Oh, I can read into Jeronius's 24-hour stream. Let's do that. What's your favorite star in space? Sure, we can rate it to, or you could comment your favorite star. I could have rated into Kuro, but this is a freaking celebration stream, so I might as well do that. Anyways, bye.